I'd sooner just be back in bed.
Oh, body. Be back in a minute, don't worry. Uh, okay.
But yeah, why not?
Good afternoon, everybody. I am just updating sources because they have all vanished.
Oh,
No.
Have you checked the kitchen?
They, for some reason, OBS just doesn't like.
us.
Yeah, us.
Well, it's never a D&D stream without something going wrong.
Kelly, I don't. I'm not apologising for what I'm just about to send you.
There's a Tim.
God.
Right, Tim is back, and that should be Joe back
Yeah.
as
What?
well.
You would send me pictures of sort of like Daddy right now,
Well,
wouldn't you?
I would say that's Joe, but that is actually the sofa. Oh, that's Joe's bum. That is
And we need
Joe's
to
bum.
monetize.
There we go.
Runs on.
That was brilliant. Joe's camera comes back to Joe's bum.
Dum 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 dum.
What's the new Jason status? Bum 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 bum. But anyway, yeah. Jason Status' new song is one bam 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 bam.
Jason Statham.
No, no.
Chasing
no, I definitely didn't.
status.
Well, there we are. Back to YouTube.
YouTube.
I thought it was YouTube. Oh, that's pink.
Right?
I don't know anymore. Me too. I'm like, I just don't know what's going on. I never know what's going on. I am in a
Perpetual.
Thank you. Perpetual state of confusion. I think it was more of my brain zoned out, and then it was just like I came back and was like, "What's going on?"
I love your pride.
The gay 2D2 pretty much sums me up.
Mm.
The head just is like.
I'm here, Bulbasaur. There you go.
So you got gay 2D2 and BB gay.
Yay!
There you go.
So, hi everybody, welcome to today's stream. Over to you, Tim.
Welcome to today's chaos.
Hold on, I'm eating, but no, I'm.
Because you
Give me a
normally do it to me.
No, I don't. Right!
What the hell was that?
No.
My hand's going.
The sound of you doing that was another noise, but I'll take that.
Well.
I'm
There's a fluster.
after watching Critical Role this week. I'm glad we're as professional as they are.
What do you mean? We are incredibly professional. I say we're even more professional than them.
If you watch the beginning of their streams, they're just like us.
Yeah.
Yeah, can I be the Sam Regal of
No,
I don't know, can you?
can you? Can you try?
Why can't you just? We don't need the salmon. We need a more.
There you are. Challenge has been issued.
I might be
No.
more, let me put it that way.
Morgan, do you
Welcome back, everyone.
do you want to say that do you want to do a Sam Regal? We are sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends, even though we're not.
I was gonna say, are we? I know you've been shadow sponsored. You've been sponsored by.
Yeah.
I'm just getting attacked by my Bulbasaur here.
I'm just gonna shut up.
Hello, everybody, and this stream on Twitch is brought to you by Raid Shadow Legends. Do you ever want to play a Dark Fantasy RPG on your phone?
Anyway, moving swiftly on.
I need an adult. Stranger danger.
And other devices? Please download.
I would mute him, but unfortunately that would mute me as
You
well.
sound like you're gonna ask. Like you sound like you're about to say, "I have free candy inside this van."
Morgan has puppies for everybody.
No, he has free.
I've
He's
bought
got
enough.
free He's got free Wi-Fi.
And a bag of puppies.
No, it's like a kittens. What's up, man?
He's got a D&D gaming table.
If you would like to download Raid Shadow Legends and use code... Ooh.
Oh, God.
Toot oof. I love it.
Don't do that again, please.
I will come round to your house and play with you.
I need an adult.
Anyway,
Yeah,
onto the
brain's doing the
stream.
whole my brain's doing the whole cadicarus. I need an adult.
I just got to say that when I said I will come to your house and play with you, I looked directly at Moon then.
I hate my life.
I need to actually start writing down like fake sponsorships now.
Please don't.
Sponsored
It's
by
a thing.
sponsored by Kitchen Genie.
It actually sounds like a legitimate brand.
Yeah.
Hey baby, we're sponsored by Tupperware because you can never think inside the box.
No. We're sponsored by Tupperware because I can never find a top.
So Tim, what's the
presently-
introductions going to be then?
Right. Enough. Bringing in.
Can you tell we haven't played for a
welcome
couple of weeks?
Thank you, Tim.
Absolutely. You can obviously see from the splash screen that I have prepared one of my great and many pictures based off the map itself. And while Morgan is giggling away, I'll quickly ask everyone to go around and do quick introductions. I'll ask you to obviously introduce yourself by your name, who you're playing, and this week's question, not sponsored by anyone at all, is to tell me the least favourite attack or spell used against the party in this campaign. Idalia.
Fuck.
What
Hi,
if you can't remember any of them?
Hi everybody.
You will.
I am currently buffering. I am Leah. I play Valenia the Half-Orc Ranger. Oh god. Come on, brain. Attack that is oh god. Oh, just regeneration in general.
Yeah.
Fuck regeneration. Well, don't, because unless you are. Anyway.
Anyway, moving on. Morgan Riley Gaming.
Hello, I'm Morgan. I play Gloomer. The thing
Everything.
of weirdness. I think any time that Kalima has been used as a fucking glow stick, which has been 5 times now.
Damn, you've been put
Yes, that's not bad.
No, it's not bad in
Yeah,
3
but
years.
considering the fact that I am the most common to be used as a glow stick. We just light you up.
Stop running in and trying to hug people then.
Listen, listen. My combats are sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
God.
Bunny, how are you doing?
Hi, yeah, I'm Bunny. I play Lord Foreign Amberhammer, who is, when it comes to him. And my least favourite thing... Oh, you're asking me to remember shit. I'm probably just going to be lazy and go for like anything that can regenerate itself because it's like it just makes it harder for Foreign to kill it. Because he's like, look, this isn't fair.
Stay down.
Exactly, you're supposed to go down, stay down, and just like it.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Quote of the day.
Who,
Hi, Moon.
Hi, I'm Moon. I play Arwen, the halfling cleric. My least favourite attack, since 2 people have said regeneration and I was going to, I'm going to say something slightly different. The whole thing with the venom troll. The whole thing of, oh, I'm going to attack myself and I'm going to splatter you with poison. Oh, you're going to attack me? I'll splatter you with poison.
Yeah, that was deeply unpleasant. Another Mafia Gaming.
Hi,
and with the Mafia, I play Helena, the Dragonborn Sorcerer, and my least favourite spell used to attack the party through this whole campaign has to be Vitrolic Sphere.
Yeah, yeah.
And who cast that?
Did that,
You see,
did that teach?
I was going to list as my favourite attack and attack spell being used against you are the ones that you inflict upon yourselves.
But did that teach you a valuable lesson in double checking the casting range?
Yes, which is why I didn't use it last week.
Oh dear, dearie me. Right. Well, just as you got the reminder there on the screen of the kind of the environment that you're fighting in, and I will now quickly zip us across back to the action, because we had just finished a round, and it was about to be the turn of that pesky Eladrin.
I can show you my spells.
Something like that. Right. He will.
Oh, what's the thing here? Did someone kill it? I forgot.
Yeah,
Yeah. Look, right at the end of last round, you managed to kill the owlbear, and one of the wolves is down as well.
Right. I completely forgot.
with lightning damage.
God,
Okay.
I have such a fantastic memory.
It's cold notes.
Right, give me just one moment while I just measure a thing. Oh, that's a big area effect. That's more like it. Right. Not that I'm trying to worry you or anything. That is a.
Hey, Ginger.
Where is that?
Ginger.
Hello, Adjin. I just thought I'd say something different.
Okay. So once more, the clouds sort of darken over. Sleet and ice begin to fall from the sky as the winter Eladrin casts a sleet storm. This will be affecting absolutely bloody everyone. I need you all to be. Actually, no, not at the moment. You don't. But when you next move, be making dexterity saving throws to avoid falling prone. Basically, everything is getting absolutely covered in ice and sleet. All exposed flames, where there aren't any, are doused, and the area is heavily obscured, so there are disadvantages on ranged attacks. And well, pretty much everything, to be honest. So that is his starter for 10, and we will also make an attempt at shooting Thorin, I believe. Give me just one moment.
What was the yellow's meaning? Yellow dot's meaning again?
Was it inspiration?
No, bless.
Yes, bless.
Yeah, because I blessed you three.
Coming almost out of nowhere, Thorin, you sort of see a sharp sort of object flying towards you, and without even pausing, you're able to parry it out of the way. This sort of arrow goes flying wide from wherever it is that he is sniping from. That is his turn. Speaking of you, Thorin, it is now your turn.
Okay. Well, I think I was like fighting this one here, so I'll probably continue.
Okay, so first things first, before we get started.
Okay. When it loads back in.
Yeah.
Right. So what am I doing first?
So first things first. So there's the sleet storm. So I'm going to need you to make a dexterity save, please.
Okay. Yeah. As soon as it all comes up, I will.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come on, system. Hurry up. Ah, there we go. Oh, I don't need that. Go away. There we go. There we go. That should be coming through in a moment. And this is when it's all just decided to go like, I might think about it.
Technology is not being our friend. What a
Yeah,
surprise.
it's being like that today. Hang on, it's doing a thing, I think.
I am more than happy to swap to you just rolling dice and telling me the results. 17, yes, okay, so you managed
Yeah.
to keep your feet. That's not a problem at all. The other downside is that there is this horrible, sorrowful presence that emanates out from the Winter Eladrin. So I also need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Your target is only
Okay.
13.
Right, this one should come through a bit quicker now if things woken up. Oh!
Oh
No.
no! Right,
sake.
so you are under. Do you have any resistances to charm type effects?
No, I don't think I have.
Okay, so the effect is not awful. Basically, the sorrow of the Winter Eladrin makes a twinge within your own heart. While you are still charmed, you have disadvantages on ability checks and saving throws. You do get a saving throw at the end of each of your turns, so you'll get another one at the end of your go.
Okay.
That is fine. So yes, just you're aware of that. Okay, now you can get going.
Okay.
What was it? Dysfunction saving throws and
Ability checks.
Okay.
So yes, you have the Winter Wolf right next to you, which is
Yes.
doing its best to try and bite your face off.
Right, so that's that one.
There.
Well, that's just me having a bunch of rubbish throws, I think. There we go, once it all catches up.
Well, the first one's an 18.
18, so that should be a hit.
Oh, that's
Let me
right.
just double check. Yeah, that's definitely a hit.
And don't forget, if
Yeah,
you do get
the
rubbish
second one was
throws-
absolutely...
Oh, is that
Yeah,
is
Yeah,
that
so,
that
BS.
one?
so yeah,
And
yeah,
don't
it's an outlaw.
Yeah, and if don't forget, if you do get a roll that's like slightly lower than needed, I think I did give you less. So you can add a +4, a d4.
Okay, so 20 points of damage to that. There we go. Not 20, 12. It was 18, wasn't it?
12.
Yeah,
No,
the 18
12.
was the one
12.
that hit, yeah.
Right, that is really quite badly hurt at the moment.
Good.
Sort of huge, great sort of, you've hit it very solidly, and it is sort of just about hanging in there. But it's yeah, on its last legs. Anything else you want to do on your turn? The Winter
Not
Wolves will be
right.
next, then it'll be Kaluma.
Trying to think. I think I'm going to stay put for now, just sort of try and get the wolves finished off, then worry about Dingus.
Okay. Right. Let me just double check. Right, visibility is practically nil, but what the heck? Right, let me just double check, see if its breath weapon has come back. That's not what I wanted to do. Let me actually see if the recharge has happened yet. No, its breath weapon has not recharged, so that does not actually happen. So ignore that roll because I clicked the wrong thing. So in that case, it just tries to bite you. Disadvantage on its roll. But I just rolled a natural 20, so that'll do for that. So that is a 26 to hit. 7 plus 6 is 13 points of biting damage. So piercing.
Okay.
And could you also make a DC 14 strength saving throw? And don't forget, this is at disadvantage. And this is to avoid
Right.
getting knocked home.
What was it I was doing? Sorry.
A strength saving throw
Right. Okay. Because it
with
was like
disadvantage.
disadvantage. Right. Okay. You know what? My brain's like sort of too many things at once. My brain goes, what?
You know what? That'll do.
Even at a
A 20.
disadvantage, it was like, oh, okay, we'll take that.
Thorin is very firmly planted, despite all the sleet and all the ice and all the things flying, sort of descending from the sky. He's very aware there's a big wolf in front of him, and he's not going anywhere. Wonderful. Okay.
It's that whole. I'm a mountain dwarf barbarian. I'm used to these conditions.
Yeah. Oh, a gentle spring break. Right.
Exactly.
T'other one. Let me roll that. As not. His breath weapon has not recharged either, so yay. And well, it's right next to Kaluma, so it will take a bite.
Kaluma is dead.
No, I suspect not. I don't think that's a hit.
Nope.
Nope, 12. So yes, so you're able to sort of half jump and half sort of leap sort of out of the way as it lunges forward, sort of its teeth sort of not even narrowly missing you, to be honest. You're sort of able to sort of twist with a fair degree of grace out of the way. And that is all that can do. Kaluma, in return, what are you going to do? When you'll be up after this.
My attacks are at disadvantage, aren't they?
Any saving throw. Well, actually, first things first. You need to make the
The sleep
right,
saving
before we
throw.
start. So the sleet storm first. So that is a dex saving throw. Is a save.
Oh, thank God.
You also need to make a DC 13 wisdom save. Again, from the Winter Elabrins.
Does 21 do it, mate?
That might just do it as well. And are
Kaluma
you
gives no
concentrating
fucks.
And are you concentrating on any spells at the moment?
I do not believe I am.
Good, fantastic. In that case, the secondary effect of the sleet storm is it makes you make a concentration check. So you're all good on that one. So now, what would you like to do?
Goody gumdrops.
You're wet, you're cold, you're getting pelted with ice and everything else like that.
I'm going to. I'm going to cast. Let me just do a measure. Actually, give me a minute. I'm going to move myself into this spot.
Okay.
And then do a straight wall of fire.
Okay.
So I'm going to hit this doogie and that doogie. Who's in between them?
Thorin.
Thorin, you should be fine, yes?
I've still got about 180 hit points, so I'll be fine.
Fine.
Okay.
You know what I'm like by this point? I'm like, just do it!
Can I have a dexterity saving throw then, please, Thorin? Sorry.
And
Okay,
everybody
hang
else.
Just make my life
Just
harder
the-
for me, why don't you?
No, it's just the wolves.
And Thorin.
The wolves and Thorin.
Yeah, is
Okay,
that
so the wolf fighter in front of you is fine.
is that
Oh, for
like
fuck's sake.
is that regular disadvantage? Just checking.
Holy shit.
Do you just get two
I've
natural
just rolled 2 naturals. So yeah, it'd be
Wow.
half damage, whatever. What's just happened to my map?
Um,
Wait, what?
Yeah, half as much damage on a successful.
going on with my map? I seem to have lost most of it.
Yes, sorry, buddy, you take 22 points of damage.
That's fine.
Are you not raging yet?
There we go. Right. For some reason my map decided it was just going to disappear half of it off my screen. Right, there we go. I can see everyone again. Just reloaded the map for me. Sorry, how much was the half damage?
So it's 21 full damage, so...
10.
No, 22 full damage.
11. Okay.
Right.
So let's get
And for a bonus action, I'm gonna heal Thorin.
with
Healing light.
okay.
So it's a D. I'll heal him for D6. 1 point of damage.
Oh my god.
Do you
No,
mean
1
1 point
point
of
of
healing?
That's the one.
Yeah,
That's
It's
fine.
fine.
Kaluma is that bad a healer. It's like 1 point of hit
I
damage.
think Arwen needs to take Kaluma into healing school.
How long's the wall of fire?
It is.
Oh yeah, because it's a thing that stays there, isn't it?
It's 30,
If he
30
concentrates.
it's 30 feet, isn't it?
It is. You can make the wall up to 60 foot long, 20 feet high, and 1 foot thick, or a ringed wall up to 20. I'm just gonna make it a long straight thing.
Like that then.
Yeah, just touching both of the walls.
Yeah. No, yeah. It'll let me do 45 degrees or whatever, but yeah, that cuts through. Right, I shall leave that there as this is a marker as to where it is. So yes, suddenly flames going up. And because it's magical, it is not being doused by the sleet storm. So that is fine. Anything else you're wanting to do? Any more movement? Anything else? No? Right, in that case, on to Arwen.
Yes. Right, you said that I need to make a saving throw at the beginning of the turn, don't you?
Yeah, I
What-
think it's a dex save.
Yeah,
Okay.
dex save.
Dex save.
Is there something going on outside?
That's a 9.
Okay, you have slipped and fallen prone.
Go.
Which gives you advantage on attack rolls. Attacks against you have advantage if they're within 5 feet. Otherwise, they
And
have
it takes
disadvantage.
a whole action to get up, isn't it?
It's half your movement. Half your movement to get up from prone, not rather than an action.
I'll become unprone. I'm gonna get up.
Okay.
So I'll
Could you
take
also
my-
make?
Hmm?
Could you also make the wisdom saving throw, please? For again, it's the Winter Eladrin's soulful presence.
19.
Here's a save. Fantastic. Good. And you're not
Okay,
focusing
so
on it.
I've got-
You've got concentration.
Yes, I do have concentration.
Right, you
For
need to
bless.
make a Constitution saving throw against your spell save DC or lose concentration. Just a sleep storm.
Yep, I've got advantage on that.
Okay.
So that's Constitution.
Yeah.
So that is advantage. With advantage, that is 12.
No.
What's your spell?
Oh, my
Your spell
spell's
save DC?
15, so I failed.
So you failed. So you're
So
blessed.
no one's got bless anymore. Because bless is the concentration spell.
Okay, I'm just pinging on to people just to remove the visible marker. Okay. Okay, so and now onto what you'd actually got planned. So half your
got-
movement, to stand back up.
So I have 15 foot movement left.
Mm-hmm.
I can't make it. 5, 10, 15. And I was 5, 15. I can at least make it there.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
15 feet of movement. So that's all of my movement.
Mhm.
God, I hate being a halfling. Bonus at least, actually. So can you move my spiritual weapon there to attack that with my spiritual?
Yeah.
So I can at least do that.
Yeah, but if you don't like being a halfling, just know that there is a Holger out there ready to embrace you.
That is
That
a
was very
19 to hit.
Here's a hit.
Very wholesome.
And that's for 11 damage.
Fantastic. Right. That. So I'm just applying the damage to the wall of fire. I hadn't done that yet. To think. Okay. Yep. That's still going. So the wall of fire itself is magical, but the flames are being doused on Thorin and the wolves, so they're not sort of catching light, and sort of the sort of extinguished as fast as it goes on.
Then for my action,
Yeah.
I'm going to. Yeah. How hurt does the wolf look?
The one that's nearest to you, starting to look a bit beat up. Has to be said. The other one is just about hanging on, but the one that's nearest to you is
Okay.
is starting to look bloodied and.
What I will do then is cast Guiding Bolt against the one closest to us
Okay.
at 4th level.
Okay.
13,
Is just enough. Yes.
and that's for 23 damage.
Yeah, hits it square in the chest, and the glow sort of spreads from there, sort of outlining its every sort of its every line. Certainly making it a lot easier, especially in all this rain to hit. But it's still going. It's looking decidedly broken. You've got this big crater that's just been blasted by the energy in its chest, but it's still going and snarling.
And that's me done.
Okay, in that case, up next is Valenio, I believe.
Mhm.
And then Kerner's after that.
Okay. Can I see the Eladrin from where we are?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
He's just up on the top of the tower. He's reappeared, so he could get line of sight for the effect. You've got it'll be disadvantaged because of the sleet storm, but he is visible.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna try and shoot it.
Okay. Before we do, we need to make the saves for you. So
I just want to check something.
dex saving throw first.
Just trying to check something because I'm sure.
Is this our 3rd round back, by the way?
Yes.
Yes, to which one?
3rd round.
Yes,
combat.
we're in the 3rd round. Yeah.
Cool. So I just need to know for my spiritual weapon.
Okay. I was just checking because it's non-magical non-magical hazards.
Yeah. No, this is definitely magical.
Yeah. So dex save. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a 22, 27 in fact.
Okay. Yeah, you're fine.
And it was a wisdom or charisma.
Wisdom saving throw, DC 13.
Okay, it's a 9.
Okay, so you have also got the charm effect on you, so disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws.
That's fine.
The ground is now becoming difficult terrain, so for the most part it's not affecting you, but just be aware of that. It does affect your movement rate.
Okay, so I'm at disadvantage for attack rolls as well. Against the
No,
against the
you're not.
Eladrin.
Against him, yes, because the sleep's obscuring,
Mhm.
so ranged is at disadvantage.
Okay, right. 19 is my lowest.
Okay, you're probably okay, to be honest with that. Is exactly what you needed.
Okay. 22 damage.
Very nice.
And that is
Good solid hit. Yes, that takes
that's
plus.
that's force damage at the moment. So yeah.
Okay, that hits him, and he sort of tries as I've definitely noted anger. In fact, it's a frigid rebuke as a reaction. So could you make a Constitution saving throw, please?
Just
Is that like the ice version of Hellish Rebuke?
Basically,
Constitution saving throw. I'm on disadvantage on that as well, aren't I?
you are, yeah.
10 is my lowest.
No. Okay. You take. Have you got resistance to cold, haven't you?
I do indeed.
Fantastic. So halves that is 5 points of cold damage.
Okay.
Yes, you feel you feel the force of his anger and dismay, sort of literally forming like ice along your limbs.
Okay, right, and then my second attack.
Mm-hmm.
First time in ages I've had disadvantage on anything.
Mm-hmm.
So 221s.
That'll do. Yeah.
To be honest, they are really shit rolls.
Yep.
22
feature.
damage. Jesus Christ. That's double
Nice.
22 I've just got.
Okay. Again, he sort of half dancing, pirouetting, sort of along the kind of the thin, crumbling edge of the of the tower's walls. But even with this sort of the acrobatic sort of shifting, you sort of still manage to tag him faster than he can move. So 2 shots, one after the other.
That's because I'm Valenia, bitch.
Absolutely.
And I'd like to cast Hunter's Mark on him as my bonus.
Go for it.
No, it will just because it won't tick this round. It'll just be on him.
Okay, I will just put a marker on him for. There you go. Okay, that's just to denote it's on there as a reminder there's an effect on it.
Okay, thank you very much.
Right. Anything else? Or is
That is me done.
Fantastic. Right. In that case, we're on to Kerner. So let's do all the really irritating.
Dex and wisdom.
Yep. So a dexterity save first, please. Yeah.
So that's fine. Dean.
Yep, no problem with that. And then a
Wisdom is 14.
is also a save. Congratulations.
Right. And then on that, I'm going to dip into my sorcery well,
Mm-hmm.
and I am going to cast Dispel Magic.
Okay.
In an attempt. I'm just going to have a look whether Dispel Magic gets rid of the effect as well. Choose one creature up to the spell. Right, okay, so just say choose a creature or magical effect within range. Any spell of 3rd level or higher on the target ends. For each spell of 4th level or higher, then the target makes an ability check using your spellcasting ability.
Okay. It's a 3rd level spell, so instantly dispelled.
Yeah. So basically, I'm casting Dispel Magic to clear the magic of the Bleak Storm.
Yep.
So we gain visibility for everybody.
Fantastic. Lovely. Yeah.
And that's it.
Cool. Yes, so the cloud instantly sort of there's almost like a silent implosion as sort of the storm cloud sort of shreds, and the sort of the ice instantly begins to sort of melt and sort of dissipate without even leaving kind of extra water. So although you're on snowy icy ground, it's like the magical ice is just gone, just like that. Brilliant. Okay. Anything else? No movement, no bonus. Right. In that case, that's the end of the round. On to the Winter Eladrin. Right. He is going to. Right. Bonus action. 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's going to move 1, 2, 3, 4. Moves to the top of the tower over there, just literally running along the top of the thing, and then steps off the tower, disappears and reappears on the ground over here on the side of the map. Literally sort of steps off and flicks into air.
It's a kind of like portal step.
Sort of. It's like a misty step, basically.
That's the thing I was
Yeah.
looking for.
And fires off 2 arrows at you, Kerner.
Okay.
Just because he's deeply unimpressed. So first shot was already missed completely because I'm having those kind of rolls today. 18.
I slam up my shield.
Start the shield. Okay, so that plonks that out the way. Second shot. 20.
16 spiders, 21.
Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, so fires off the 2 shots, and yeah, shield deflects, and you hear well, it sounds delicate. Anyone who speaks Sylvan as a language
I think I do actually.
hears him mutter.
No, I don't.
Does anyone speak Sylvan?
No.
Would I
Nope.
pick something up with they being in Feywild?
Probably not this.
Actually.
Okay, so he says something quite delicate, but with some real venom behind it, and you think he's probably called you something really quite unpleasant. And then carries on
Baby
his
burner.
move. So done the face step, done the longbow, done his 2 attacks, and that is all he is doing. In that case, on to Thorin.
You mean you called me a labubba?
What?
Absolutely.
Exactly what you said.
Bless you.
There's the thing. Right, Thorin. You don't have to worry about the sleet storm anymore. Congratulations.
You are now on
However-
fire.
Well, yes, you are on fire. But you also get another save against the sorrowful presence. So do you want to make a
Okay.
wisdom save throw?
Yeah,
Don't forget
do
it's at
that
disadvantage.
first. Yeah,
Yeah, it's at disadvantage.
yeah.
That does it. You managed to suddenly remember that no, you're Thorin, bitch, and shake off the sorrow emanating from this creature.
Okay.
And sort of come to yourself, so you no longer have disadvantage
Okay.
on saves and ability checks.
All that's going through my head is that it's Britney bitch. But it's
Yeah.
Yeah. Right,
Thorin's
first
there
of
just,
all, I'm
I'm
probably-
Thorin bitch.
First of all, I'm probably going to move slightly out of the fire because I don't like being on fire.
Where
Which
does-
side of the wall of fire is the Bernie side?
Yes.
Wall of fire has one side that causes damage within 5 foot, the other half doesn't. Is it the north or the south side? Just so Thorin knows which way to run.
Wherever Thorin is.
Well, at the moment, he's right in the middle of it.
Yeah, I was
Well,
sort of stuck
if
right
he
in the
goes-
middle.
If he goes north, he'll be safe.
Okay, if he goes north, yes, he's gone north, so
Yeah.
he is safe from the fiery Bernie bit. Okay.
So I sort of kind of do the whole dive out the way
Okay.
because I'm done with being on fire and I'm going to carry on attacking Black Bag here.
I assume you're keeping the wall of fire up. Or have you?
Yes.
Okay, just checking.
Not my turn yet, mate.
I know, but the reason being that he started his turn in the wall of fire, so he might need to make another saving throw. Could you just double check?
Don't. I think because it was after the last turn, it would count as
Yeah,
the
but
turn
he's-
after.
I think- Well, I think it's that thing to be starting his turn and he's in the air. So that's why I'm just double checking on it.
If I just display this,
Okay.
there you go.
One side,
I don't know. I pressed
Ends
buttons.
its turn.
or enter.
Instant. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. Okay, yeah, that's cool. Okay,
Look,
yeah.
look, look, look.
Actually, I've just had a thought. Before I do anything else, I am going to rage.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I just suddenly thought I'll do that now while I'm thinking about it. And now I'm going to hit Twat Bag in the head.
Yep, go for it.
And rages and goes, "I'm firing you, bitch!"
Right, so that is 1, and then... All I'm going to say with one of the rolls is, does that hit?
Oh no. Oh god, here we
Yeah,
Holy shit!
Holy shit!
Okay, so how do you want to do it?
My usual, just like, fuck this, fuck you, I've had enough, and it's just full on, sort of like, axe to the head, can take it clean off, and just like
Yeah.
splurt everywhere.
Hold on,
Yeah.
so
Your axe goes one way,
14,
the head goes
24,
another way, the body crumples. It only had 2 hit
48.
points.
And then it was me, just basically all the dice. I just did both of my rolls and thought, fuck it, let it do the thing. And it was like,
Yeah.
yeah, do you think it's dead after those 2 hits? Oh my god.
Blood absolutely everywhere. We're spotting a theme on the fights at the moment.
Yeah. If I'm not
Yeah,
caked in
we've got
blood
amber
during at least
issues.
once during a fight.
Yeah.
Hold on, 14,
For those who didn't
24.
hear that, Kerner just asked if Thorin has amber issues.
Fuck's sake. 24, 38.
I look how Leah's just sitting there doing the maths.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, no,
Uh,
because that's. Wait. That maths doesn't add up.
It does.
19 critical damage, so 14 slashing
28.
damage plus 10, so that's 38.
10, 24.
14.
It's like, don't look at me, I just pressed
Oh,
the button.
You-
brutal
you
critical
got
damage.
Brutal critical, yeah.
That's
So
why
the
I-
total 200 damage is 14
plus 10,
plus the 29. Yeah.
33. Hold on, hold on. 29, so
14.
that's 33. No, 43,
Oh, that poor
53,
wolf.
58.
Yeah.
Oh,
No,
that
because
poor wolf.
you're only going for the 2-handed damage.
Yeah,
14,
'cause I
So
just-
ignore the left-hand column.
Because I always, my thing is, unless I state I'm doing a one-handed attack, it's always the two-handed with the axe.
Right,
Yeah.
so it's
24, 34, 43.
So it's the 14 plus the 29,
so
basically.
43, and
So
then the
yeah,
last one is an extra attack if he needs it.
Yeah, 43 plus the 15,
It's 58.
58.
Why are we ignoring the 19 and the 14 and the 10?
Because the 29 is made up of the 10 from the original slashing critical plus the brutal critical.
Right,
Yeah.
So you're adding the 14 plus the 29.
right, okay, got it.
If you're ever in doubt, hover your mouse over the totals. It will give you what
Yeah,
makes that total up.
Oh, right,
I wasn't
okay.
looking at the totals. That was my problem. It was like, wait, hold on.
Yeah, it's taken me a while to get into the habit of flicking over just to double check what I'm
Yeah.
reading. Yeah, so absolutely obliterated. You're probably sort of in your rage, sort of jumping up and down and sort of absolutely sputtered and sort of raging and laughing and just you've turned red basically. So there's this ice wolf all over you, winter wolf all over you.
Yeah,
Or is a giant panda?
yeah. I probably do look like the sort of like the giant panda thing from Red.
Now all I've got in my head is he's turning red.
I just imagine anybody attacking Thorin and Thorin just standing there going, trying to make himself look bigger.
Yeah, like, "Uah."
Right.
Sorry.
Where was I? So the winter wolf, the remaining winter wolf. Right. Well, I have him here. So let's just see if his cold breath has recharged yet. No, it hasn't. Good. So we'll go for another bite on Kaluma.
Yeah?
Have a look and see what happens. 20.
You fucked it. Yes.
Okay. So 10 points of piercing damage and a DC 14 strength save, please.
10 damage. Strength. So
I know how
yes.
much you like your strength saves.
Mm-hmm.
Here you go.
Oh no.
So you're
Wow.
you know the whole thing about not liking being used with a glow stick? Literally, the wolf grabs you, bites you by the leg, and yanks you off your feet. And then skedaddles out of the way of the thing. But yeah, you need.
That reminds me of when I was using my
if you've
sorcerer.
got a reaction, yeah, you've got a reaction.
Oh, that's
What's your
brilliant.
reaction? Other than swearing,
It's gonna swear when you tell her to rebuke.
you can. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you can use reactions. You're still prone, but you can use your reaction.
I'm just gonna shout, you fucking shit bollocks!
As you get dragged across the snow.
And the sheer vitriol and violent irritation, you yell that, and its entire body catches fire and it collapses to the ground, dead. We had 12 hit points left.
Am I still prone?
You are still prone, yes. It has died. Its claws still around still around your calf, but it is very dead. It's easy to kind of kick it off. And...
Morgan, just be thankful you weren't like I was when I was using my sorcerer. We went into unarmed combat, and my Goliath sorcerer ran full speed across the fighting arena, landed a critical hit, and scored 0.
Could you also make a Constitution saving throw to see if you keep your concentration on the wall of fire? Not that you actually need to keep it up, but Constitution saving throw equal to your spell saving throw DC.
16, yes,
So yeah.
I make it.
You're able to keep your concentration. The wall of fire is still up. Right.
Oh.
On that note, then the wolves are dead. Kaluma, it's your turn.
Where is the dickhead?
Eladrin.
He is on the left-hand side of the map.
So I can see him, yeah?
You can, because the sleet storm has gone, so you have line of sight on him.
Right. I am going to jump up onto my feet.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Kick yourself free of the corpse.
I'm gonna fly.
You only have half your movement left.
Oh, fuck it. Oh well, I don't really need. I mean, what's?
Oh, could you also make the save against the soulful presence, please? Wisdom saving throw.
What the fuck, my life? 25.
That'll do. Yeah.
Right. Good. Let's see what I can do.
Thorin and
Let's see
Kaluma
what-
have now saved.
I am going to. What would do the max deeps? I am going to reach into its mind with my psychic glance.
Okay. DC 16. Intelligence save. Let's see what happens. It has failed. So
29 points of
psychic damage.
please, and also,
Swears under his breath a little.
and it's also incapacitated until the start of my next turn.
Okay, he does get a reaction, however. So could you make a DC 16 Constitution saving throw?
Eight.
Okay, you take 11 points of cold damage.
Can I do a reaction?
I don't think you can because you've already done your reaction technically this round.
Yeah, you have.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you did it on the
That would be
wolf.
funny, just a constant reaction.
Actually, no,
thing.
because it's now your turn as opposed to doing this. So technically, that resets it.
Can I react to a reaction? That's
I honestly can't remember. So let me literally just look up.
What did you take for your action from him?
11 points of cold damage.
Oh.
we're in the middle of a chain reaction.
Reaction timing. Let me just double
Oh,
check
goodness
this.
sake.
Right, you get because I think you can, because that's how you can counterspell a counterspell. I'm just double checking.
A reaction.
50 concentration. You know what? I'm going to allow, because you've got a reaction, I will allow you to make the reaction.
Cheers. I do like hearing that.
The general rule is that yes, you can. As long as you have a
Yeah.
reaction, yeah.
Yeah, he does have a reaction because we've already ruled that. So yes, because the descriptor of the action explicitly doesn't say otherwise. So yes.
In my range for this, so that's.
You're right there, Moon.
Max gave me something and it's spicy. It's like a barbecue, like meat thing, but it's really spicy.
You
Is
sound
it
so
jerky?
upset.
I'm not. I'm just suffering. I'm gonna eat it still.
6:15. Yeah, give me just a moment.
I've just got an image of people looking between us, going, "This is a tennis match."
Really much.
Does tennis exist in Eberron?
Something like it, probably. 22.
You shit. You take half, I think. Give me a minute.
If it's like Hellish Rebuke, then yes. I believe so.
So 9, so 11. Half of the fucking half. Half of 11, please.
5. Okay.
Oh, that's
Okay.
quite spicy. I see red flakes in it.
Probably paprika then. Right.
Harwinster.
Yes.
Yeah.
If
Give me 2
I
seconds.
yeah.
Arwen would like to use fire breath.
I also worked something out, Tim. Technically,
Mhm.
half's movement won't be 15 feet. That was wrong. Technically, it should have been 10 feet of movement.
Fine.
Technically,
Yeah, it's fine.
I'm only allowed 10 foot of movement.
The other 5 feet was just Arwen sliding across the ice.
Yeah, slipping on an icy patch. Okay. So, could you get the soulful presence save done quickly
Yeah,
first?
that was wisdom, wasn't it?
That's right. Yeah. That's DC of
23.
30. Yeah, you're fine.
I got
So
plus 7
you're-
on my wisdom saves. What can I say?
Awesome.
Did you say the terrain was difficult?
Not anymore. It's not.
Okay,
Because
that's good.
the sleet fall has been magically dissipated.
Okay, so I have my full
Like,
25 feet of movement.
Your full 25 feet.
I know, right? My whole
Yeah.
25 feet of movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Yay!
Okay.
Yay! And I'm going to fire, please. Yes. I'm going to do a guiding bolt.
Okay.
If that's okay.
Probably depends if you hit or not, really, doesn't it?
Sweet. I'm going to do it at 6th level. Jesus,
Okay.
this is spicy.
Is it chili? Is it chili?
Or the
flake?
guiding bolt, or the
Guiding bolt.
I would like to cast
Spicy.
spicy chili.
So that's
Spicy
23 to
guiding bolt.
hit,
23 definitely hits. Yes.
and that's 33 damage.
Moon.
Lovely.
Once you've done your turn, go and get some milk.
I've got
Yeah.
squash.
No, get milk.
I've got squash, I'm fine.
Squash doesn't work.
milk,
It does.
milk.
Milk does better.
Milk.
It negates the kappa skin.
I'll be
rather.
fine.
Okay.
I thought you were about to say it against the capybara.
At least it's
That
not.
as well.
At least it's not spicy fish that I put lemon juice on it.
Eh.
I did that at uni. I thought it'd make it less spicy. It does not make it less spicy.
No. Chemical reactions, wonderful things. Yes, so 33 hits, very, very solidly, sort of, almost sends him flying. He's looking really quite sort of battered and burned, and look of sort of shock and confusion amidst the soulful, sort of tearful sort of reaction.
And
And he's glowing.
Yay! And then bonus, I'm gonna move my spiritual weapon.
Hmm.
I'll move it 20 feet. 5, 10, 15, 20. And that'll be me done.
Okay. On then to Valenia.
Right.
So if you want to start with your soulful presence
Wisdom, yeah.
save, wisdom.
Am I still at
And it's a
disadvantage?
disadvantage, isn't it? Yeah, because
of the
you failed last time.
Yeah, fuck that. Nat 1.
Oh dear. Okay, no, so you're still affected.
So, am I at disadvantage for weapon attacks?
No, you're not. No, it's only abilities and saves.
Okay. Okay, normal roll. That's a 27.
Is a hit.
Right, let me... So 23 damage.
Ooh. Yep.
Where is my hunter's mark? Where's that gone?
It's on him, isn't it?
On your
Yeah,
character sheet.
It just wasn't. There we go. That's what I was after. So I got. I should have cast it last round. Okay. And an extra 2, so 25 in total.
Okay.
On that one, and then the second
Mhm.
shot is a 24
Yeah, is a hit.
plus, so that's 16 damage.
Okay.
And and then does Hunter's Mark go off twice? I think it's only first round. I do need to check.
I think it's only. I think it is only the first attack of the round it goes on. But...
Oh, whenever you hit.
Oh, okay. Cool. Fair enough. What if it's
So another
factored in?
2.
Factored in?
So another, yeah. So 18 total on that second.
Okay, he is looking very badly hurt. Your arrows have, sort of one in the stomach, sort of one sort of, sticking them out of.
Is he looking a lot like Boromir at the moment?
Yeah, he's looking very very pincushioned and burnt,
Morgan's
and he's
face.
and he's glowing, and he's
Morgan's face.
Yeah, like that.
Anything else? Any movement?
No, that's. I'm quite nicely firmly planted at the moment.
Okay.
I'd say
I've like kicked up snow behind me to like to wedge my foot
I'd say
in against.
he's looking a little ill, I
can see where
Anyway,
you're going.
Kerner, your shield spell blocks. Could you make the soulful presence saving throw, please? So DC wisdom 13.
8, so I fail.
Okay, so that's disadvantage on ability checks and saving throws.
Mhm. Is it sorrow, did you say?
Yeah, soulful presence.
So,
sorry.
so
It's a charm. It's a charm effect.
Oh, right, okay. I was looking for conditions. Can I find challenge? Oh, there it is.
It's a really good TV show with 3
Pictures. Yeah, right, okay. So, I am getting to a door. There's no point in doing that. I'm just going to see how far away he is from me.
That's 30 foot, I think, 35.
Yeah.
This is a really good time for you, the vitriolic sphere.
It would actually. Hang on, what's like the range?
60,
150 feet.
150 feet, 30-foot radius.
20-foot radius.
Oh, 20
Okay.
foot.
Yeah, so if you. Yeah.
Holy fuck. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, we're just like, hi.
Yeah, so if you were to use Vitrolic Sphere, No one and that's only centered on the actual enemy. No one's going to be in the
Okay.
blast radius.
Okay, let's do that then. It's been a while since I've done it.
Although
Okay,
Arwen is
yeah.
going to be like, oh my god.
I'm going to do it at
Just at the time I nearly crashed into a child this morning. I was rollerblading, okay?
Oh,
Right,
right,
okay.
okay. I was
Wait,
like,
I thought. Wait,
I got whiplash there.
No, I was rollerblading, a child on a bike came here and I nearly crashed into the child.
Yeah, fair.
oh, did you go
right,
down
I'm
the
going to do
thingy bob?
Oh god. Okay.
a deck saving throw.
Next saving throw. Right. Okay.
Did you go down the skate park?
Yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit, Ruffles.
Fucking hell.
Right. Oh, you totally caught him flat-footed.
I mean-
So
Yeah.
he has taken 39 damage.
All of it acid.
How melted would you like him to be?
Very.
He had 11 hit points.
Oh fuck!
It's Kerner basically done a me with the wolf.
I was going to say, as
Yeah.
this is happening, can Arwen just look again extremely traumatized that could have been him because of how close he was to the sphere.
Yeah.
Image of like acid landing right at Arwen's foot.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, you cast a spell. Huge explosion, which then sort of splashes absolutely everywhere. 20-foot radius, hitting the stone, melting the ice, and utterly reducing him to a pile of sticky bones and even not even a complete skeleton left, and sort of bits of kit left sticking out of the grass. Yeah.
At which point I go, you think you can make me miserable? You think you can take my sister? You think you can take my family? This is the message to go back to your winter's night. And then kind of do a bit of an acid spit at him at the same time.
As Kerner finished, I go, yeah, he's dead.
Would it,
He's very
before
limited.
Arwen we would be technically out of combat, right?
We are now out of combat.
As Kerner does that, Arwen is going to jump back 5 foot. He is, and he definitely lets out a not so dignified scream.
That's fair.
Millennia runs over, looks at Arwen, just checks, make sure he's still got eyebrows.
I mean, he's got a skull on his face. Remember, he's got a clawfoot skull.
Yeah. So there's a there is a very, very sticky patch of very, very melted health.
Does that mean my prone is now lifted as well? My charmed.
The charmed is absolutely gone. The prone, if you get yourself up off your back, that's fine. There's something glittering in there, and the sword is still intact. You all want to go and sort of.
I would like to drop my wall of fire.
Yeah, no problem at all.
Unless anyone wants to gather around my wall of fire and get warm.
I think everyone's had enough exercise for 5 minutes.
Okay. I'll go and have a look and see what I can see.
So
Yeah.
my in character notes are, oh well, I think he's dead. Oh, hi Kerner.
My note was is I've got 2 notes. Is this cursed snow and don't mess with Kerner. She's scary.
That was one thing we all learned very early on.
Party.
So the bubbling acids steaming gently, and then as you sort of watch it, the sort of spell dissipates, sort of just leaving the scars and the burns and everything else like that, but it kind of completely denatures, being magical. And picking over, there's some coins that seem to have, obviously he had sort of in a pouch or something that he had attached. 70 gold pieces.
Mm-hmm.
There is an ivory, somewhat pitted and stained scroll case, which as you pick up you feel there's something inside it. and the sword itself, which still glitters with frost, and sort of tingles slightly as you pick it up.
Will I
No,
know
I'm not putting any more weapons on Valenia.
Will know what is causing the tingling and the frost? Do I know what kind of magic it is?
Make an Arcana check, I would suggest.
Take a drink.
I drank it all because of the spice.
14.
You have heard of rare magical weapons that are imbued with the very power of winter itself, called Frostbrand, and you wonder if this might be one. A surefire way of testing it with that bowl would be to put it into any non-magical fire and see what happens, because if it is a Frostbrand, it will extinguish a non-magical flame instantly.
Non-magical.
Yeah.
We don't have any non-magical flames, do we?
Not at the moment. You could build a, you could build a campfire.
I was going to say, I was thinking about setting up a camp anyway, because
Okay.
Well, that's the main reason you actually headed here anyway, was to set up a
Yeah.
camp. So, because it is night time.
can we see? Can we get inside the tower?
If you can't, there's no entrance into it, but you can climb up it.
I'll just
So if
I'll just set up a lean-to camp thing for the time
Yeah,
being.
sure.
Out of like the tent stuff that we've got, I'll just make something that protects
That
us from
sounds
the
like a
elements more
plan.
than anything.
I mean, looking at the map where I've actually put a tent on the map there, which
Oh,
is what
okay,
you've been
yeah.
using. So
Shall
you
we
want to
head
use that as
there
a
then?
marker.
So-
it's
yeah, so-
sheltered enough. Yeah.
So it'd be sort of like one of the walls would be solid for the or from the tower or whatever, and then everything else would be.
Can Kaluma quickly take to the sky, fly
No!
around, and check if there's anything? See if there's anything like hiding.
Sure. Yeah, take the side, do a quick scout, do an investigation roll. I think you're probably the best one for that. Okay, cool. Come back to that in a second. So Kerner's into the camp. You start to make a campfire. You notice that if you're within 10 foot of Kerner with that sword, you are unable to make a fire. The minute she's 10 foot away, you're able to make the bonfire. You're able to make a campfire with no problem whatsoever. When she then walks closer, instantly the fire goes out.
You know, this sword would have been very helpful a few sessions ago.
Yeah. Sorry about
Just
this.
while it's sheath, sheath it, problem goes away.
Okay, so I just put it into its ship.
Back into its sheath, and that, yeah.
Because I don't want to kind of freeze everybody to death. I don't know whether I can. Is it a heavy weapon?
It's a martial weapon. It's a longsword, so I think it's a martial.
Okay.
I mean, you can still use it just without.
I'm just going to check whether I can.
I think
use
you'd
it.
have to. I think it would be you'd use it at disadvantage if you're not trained in it.
Yeah, that's what I'm just going to check. So it's a martial weapon.
So investigation. So the landscape that you're on, Kaluma, you sort of see that you're kind of on this ridge, and the sort of either side of the ridge where this tower is kind of falls away quite precipitously. Either side, a few sort of trees. It's sort of more or less above most of the tree line now. So as far as you can see on your sort of scout round, taking 5-10 minutes, however long it is, you can't see anything else moving beyond what you think are maybe some rabbits. You think you see some crows off in the distance, but it's just sort of deathly quiet. The storm fronts for now seem to not be particularly near. The pathway that you need to take does head, in terms of following the ridge, heads up sort of into sort of the cloud level. And there's nothing sort of particularly that you can see from there. So as far as you can tell, there's nothing else
Clearly, we'll
nearby.
come and join the rest of the party then.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. While they're doing that, I've distributed 14 gold to everybody.
Okay.
That
Right. Do we want to take a quick 5-10 minutes fire break there as a
Yes,
as a
please.
stopping point?
Good
Say
idea,
14
because,
gold.
yeah.
Okay. So a quick 10 minutes, stick the kettle on, and then we'll pick up there. We'll see
Okey-dokey.
how the night goes.
Did you say 14 gold, Joe?
yes, I did.
I'm only on nearly 11,000 gold.
I have reached 1,337 gold.
Yeah.
you can. Portable hole. That's how you're carrying it. Portable hole and
And then
the various bags of holding and things that
yeah,
are.
I'm becoming rich.
The kittens in the bag. The kittens in the bag of kittens are like Scrooge McDuck.
Scrooge
My
McCann.
little fur
Oh,
bag
God.
of fur.
Every time I open the bag, it goes dun 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 dun. It's like, nope. Sorry.
Every time you go to spend something, you have to make a DC Constitution save to make sure you don't get scratched to death reaching for your gold.
No, gently nibbled on by not quite sharpened teeth yet. Sort of,
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I've just realised. When was the last time we checked up on my mimic armband?
It's fine.
Yeah,
I
wonder where it is.
No, it's a mimic belt, isn't it, at the moment?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm
It's
wearing
fine.
mimic boots. God. Oh, I have been feeding it. Right. We'll be back soon, people. That realization moment, you're like, oh shit. Wait, have I still got a bow?
You must have just
If it turns into your bow, you'll have to make an intimidation check against each round to force it to stay as a bow when you're using it.
oh, now this does go back to our cup discussion the other day.
Oh yeah, we're making a cup and saying if Thorin goes into the kitchen in a bad mood and can't find any cup, does he grab a mimic and intimidate it into staying a cup while he has a quick drink?
Yes. Right, we'll be back soon, people. Oh, where's the? I've lost all the buttons.
I'm ready to continue.
We're back.
And we're back. Welcome back, everyone.
I say we're back. However, Moon's camera has decided to stop working on the app.
Nice.
I don't need Morgan's.
Bloody hell.
I don't.
7 minutes extra time.
Is that the Liverpool match?
Yeah.
Not that I know, but because you're talking about it, I guessed it was Liverpool.
However, we still beat the Hammers, so it's fine. Well, it hasn't finished yet. It's still in live score stage.
I'm just going to nod and go, yes, I know exactly what you mean.
It's a nod,
Yeah,
smile, and agree.
You're talking sports ball. My brain has just died.
Yes, we're back now. There we go.
Are we?
No, R1.
Oh.
We are back. Hello, everybody.
Hello.
Oh, OBS has just broken so much recently. I don't know what's going on.
Well, obviously.
Oh.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Can you kick him out the window?
I'm literally just sticking something in the D&D general chat, which I have just found on an SD card I plugged in, which is a photo that was taken at Joe and my wedding.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That is
I'll
awesome.
look at that in a moment.
Oh. Yeah.
There you go. There's the thing. Anyway, welcome back, everyone. You have set up camp. You have sort of begin bandaging and sort of looking after your various injuries in the aftermath of the various bits of chaos. It is about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the evening. So I'm presuming you're sort of camping for the evening. Who's taking first watch?
I
Uh,
worked out a little eyesight.
Who is it hasn't got night vision?
I don't have dark vision.
Neither do I.
If you want, since we can change things up, I can do the last watch when you can do the first watch instead. So now you've done last watch quite a few times, and I've done first watch. If you want, we
Yeah,
can
let's
swap
do
it
it that
around.
way.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Gurna first. A couple of hours, and then who's picking what else up?
I'll take the dead of the night.
Okay, fair enough. Thought in there as well.
I'll pretty much sort of go in whenever because it's like I've got dark vision, so.
Yeah, no worries. Well, the evening passes quietly, without interruption. You're sort of literally in the middle of nowhere. The sort of old stones are hundreds, possibly thousands of years old. These ruins have been here. Possibly originally, well, it's hard to tell really. Maybe originally of goblin manufacture.
Ooh, we're going back to the old schools.
Back to the time of the wars of the dragons and the giants and
the forgotten gods.
yeah, people's what ain't here anymore. Presumably this is some sort of watchtower on a border kingdom. Who knows? There's not really much. Well, you can see a bit of a structure around you, but only enough to really guess at what might have been here previously. But the evening goes without any incident. Some of you struggle more than others in sort of staying awake or whatever, but other than the clouds being that much closer and really quite heavy, it begins to snow in the night. Sort of fresh layer. And Felenia, could you make a perception check for
No.
me, please? Because you are actively listening out while you're on watch.
Yeah, Valenia
Is
does
this a long
that.
rest, by the way?
Sorry?
This long rest.
It is a long rest, yes.
Sorry, what was your? What was it? A perception.
A perception check. Yeah, perception check for me, please.
My brain went. I know what I want. I just.
Can't think of the word.
Oh,
You
18.
know what you want, what you really, really want. Okay. It's the dark of the night, and the snow is falling,
All around me.
something like that.
Sorry.
And yet, just for a moment, you swear you hear booming voices laughing somewhere above you. Hard to tell where. And you think you hear the rolling of dice.
This is
Edge of hearing stuff. But that's kind of how you interpret it. And then while you kind of listen for more and more, and then you don't hear anything else. It's just that sort of weird sort of, okay, there's a thing. But nothing comes and disturbs you. Nothing comes and tries to pick a fight, eat you, or otherwise do anything else. And when the dawn arises over the mountains to the east, you wake as reasonably refreshed as one ever is when you've been camping out in the cold and the snow and everything else. But you sort of dust the frost off you and start making breakfast and getting ready and contemplating the climb further into the mountains. Arwen, you said you were taking the dawn watch. Are you doing
Yes.
any kind of preparations as people start to come to?
I'm going to. Hang on, first I need to actually click list. I'm going to go out and like check for like any berries and stuff and bushes to like make like a breakfast sort of thing. Like checking
Okay.
if there's like any kind of like I know like it's all snowy and stuff like that, but see if there's like, because you know how even in winter there are some like berries and fruits that do grow in the winter.
Maybe berries or roots, edible roots,
Yeah.
things like that. Yeah, make a nature check for me. Let's see what you can forage up.
That's a 17.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, you're able to identify. You're able to identify some roots and some bushes that you know. Although they look kind of chewy, that if you boil them, they sort of have a. I mean, that's not licorice, not chicory, but they've got sort of a sort of sweet flavour to them.
That sort of aniseedy.
Yeah, but not quite in those sorts of not quite any of those. But it's something that sort of you remember hearing sort of growing at high level, and you kind of recognise it and go, oh, you're able to pick some up. And a few kind of berries that are sort of managing to thrive, um, and you're able to sort of turn over some stones and pick out sort of. Some particularly large sort of grubs of various types, and yeah, it depends on whether you want to go for sort of animal, mineral, vegetable. But you're able to pick out a few bits to kind of flavour and give some texture to
Yeah.
any holy tofu that you might be preparing.
Well, would the things I'd have, would it be enough like to make like a nice like a little morning like a stew soup sort of base breakfast with all of that?
Let's make a survival roll. Let's see if you're able to pick up enough. It's that difference between recognising, oh, that'd be quite good, and then putting
That's an
some-
8.
you get it's slim pickings. Although there's stuff here that you aren't able to find enough to really make a more than sort of a small bowl with a few bits in that people can just like pick out.
Okay. So that would be enough like on its own like sort of to pick or like just enough to flavour the tofu. And
You could use some bits as flavour, or you could just have like a little bowl with, if people want to sort of just try and sort of just choose sort of bits of these roots or these things to sort of get the flavours or something. Look what we found, sort of thing. Not enough to be a meal in its own right, but yeah, some flavourings and some textures and stuff.
ooh, what I'll do then? Okay, I got an idea. Is the fire still going or is the fire out?
It's probably ebbing, but it's not that difficult to add a bit of sort of kindling.
Yeah, I'll kindle the fire. To then, Yeah, to then
It's a bit
start.
damp. There's sort of a bit more smoke starts to come off from it, but it's
Yeah.
yeah.
To like put like a cooking pan, like to start like cooking for it,
Okay.
like to cook,
Yeah.
cook the ingredients I got into a meal. And then what I'm gonna do, I thought of something clever that I can actually do, because I can probably make a stew, like a breakfast soup with all this, because I can use create food and water, because I can use the water, create water into the pot to make start making the broth, the tofu in there as well to make the food, like to add the sustenance, and then and then the things I found in there to add flavoring.
Yeah.
Plus, I'm going to add my spice pouch to add a bit of saffron there. Just make it nice and nice.
Sort of porridgey sort of breakfast. Yeah, porridge. Highland oats without the oats. You know.
I don't know if it'll be more that or more like a tofu soup sort of thing.
Yeah,
like
it's edible. Yeah, it doesn't taste horrible.
I mean,
Basically, we don't complain because it's food.
Yeah,
it's food and it's warm. It's warm food.
And tofu has a lot of protein in it, so
Plus, with the flavoring of like the berries and grub that I found, plus the saffron. Come on.
saffron.
and you got some bits of camping gear. You've probably got enough to put, basically to stick a kettle on and sort of start brewing up a tea and have a civilized start. So yes, as people start to kind of waken and sort of come to, there's a smell of sort of something sort of actually quite sort of flavoursome, sort of drifting across sort of that sort of waking up of, that's a nice smell.
Yeah,
the sunlight is sort of lighting everything, and
but I've put food. Oh no, is Alban cooking?
And then there's just foreign. He just don't care. He'll just eat it anyway.
Food, not Thorin's cooking.
Going round then. So, Thorin, as you come to, any thoughts or anything as you do as you're part of your morning sort of wake up and start to come to?
Probably the whole probably mild confusion of like, why am I covered in blood? Oh yeah, I remember why. So I then probably
I imagine you'll all have time, to sort of scrub yourself down with snow and whatever as you've kind of been winding down for the stuff like that. But
yeah, it's that whole sort of still maybe having a little bit on me being, why am I still covered with, oh yeah, I remember why. I'll go and
that
properly clean myself off.
And the weird glittery penis that's probably still in your beard.
Yeah, probably.
Valenia, your wake up as you are attuned to the rhythms of the sort of night and day. Even in these strange times, you sort of wake sort of fairly comfortably as sort of the dawn starts to rise. Anything you particularly want to do as part of your morning sort of ritual? Or?
I just sort of anybody watching is just going to see Valenia like just walk to where like the edge of the plateau is, and just sort of stand there for a couple of minutes, look out over, take a deep breath, and then just walk back to the campfire.
Yeah. Yes, the fresh wind. There's that sort of slight bite of. Yeah, it's not snowing at the moment, but you think there's probably more on the way. There's that sort of
Valenia
harshness of the wind from the north.
Valenia got up. She was just wearing her trousers and like her undershirt. As she stood there, she just walked back to the campfire at the same time picking up her coat. It's a bit brisk. Oh fuck!
It's yes, it's that sort of the skin slightly tightening from the how fresh, how brisk, as you said, the air is. Kaluma, what's your awakening like? How do you start your day?
Kaluma's just going to roll over, sort of like crawl towards the food, and just sit there and thank Arwen and just go, and just start eating.
Yeah, fair enough. And Turner?
Yeah, kind of wake up, stretch, realise I'm not in the hold. I'm not with Kakana and Norris again. We'll just have a listen. Yes, you know, darling.
The thing is, I imagine the tent. I imagine the tent because there's been five of us in the tent. I imagine it's actually quite warm,
Mm.
Oh,
and then we're just like rolling out, going, "Yeah, no."
Yeah, that sort of slightly nudge, and I need to pee, but hang on, let me just get Thorin's leg off.
Out of the way, yeah.
I mean, hence the warm breakfast.
Bum shuffle down, and yeah.
kind of go, oh, love you, my darlings. Today, I hope you're okay, and I will see you soon. And then kind of just drowsily work my way over to Kalima and just go, you okay, Chuck?
Kalima's going to look up with like a face full of food going,
Yeah, certainly getting out of the tent and out into the fresh air is that sort of, oh, you're awake now. Oh, yes, it's...
As someone who has slept in a van with multiple people, the whole idea of having like people's feet over you is very true.
Yeah.
It's just like who's? Oh God, it's that arm.
Yeah.
And my response would be, sir, how much would you prefer to have Kerner's legs all over you, knowing that I have vice grips?
It's the ah.
You only need to ask Kalima and the DM about how tight my vice grips can be.
Thing is, Valeni is the sort of person that's like, if there was someone like draped over them in the tent, they would just like push them out slightly into the snow.
The thing is, anyone would be lucky to have Arwen near them because Arwen kind of tucks himself into a little ball.
Oh! Stop making Arwen so cute.
He's not meant to be cute, but he does. He tucks himself into a little ball.
I just have visions now of Arwen looking like almost like a baby hedgehog that's curled up ready to sleep.
Hedgehog, dormouse. Yeah. Well, there's an image. There's some images. The day awaits you. You're able to eat, drink, get yourself ready for the day.
Oh, I want to say, whilst Kerner is getting food, Arwen's gonna kind of like hand over the food to Kerner and touch her hand, do death ward.
Yep.
It's kind of that uncomfortable, like like the hand touch that stays there a little bit too long. Sort of touch as he's handing over the food.
When stop being weird.
As he does death ward.
Yeah. Oh, bless. Yeah, no problem. That's on there. Okay. The day awaits you. Let me just shift us on
I'm
to...
having too much fun with death ward.
It is fun. It is cool.
It's the fact that Arwen's slowly turning into the creepy dude.
Yeah.
He's just trying to be subtle about this.
But this isn't very good at subtle.
I just imagine getting back
he's
to
not.
I just imagine getting back to the hold and Kakana taking you one side and going, "Can you please stop touching my fiance?"
Trying to start with the volleyball. Having a good sexual urge, touching me. I'm not in a good way.
Look, these are good touches.
That's what they all say. Anyway,
Look, Arwen's useless at speaking to people. You know this.
Bad touch.
He's old, bad touch, bad touch.
The thing is, I can just imagine Arwen just going, "It's death ward. That's all it is." And Kakana going, "Okay."
Yes.
Just an hour and touch you.
You may live, yes. So, you are...
A halfling a day keeps the death away.
Yeah, pretty much universally at the moment. So where I'm pinging on the map at the moment is roughly where you are. You are sort of just below the peak of the of the mountains, and looking to be carrying on your...
Can you just ping again, please? I missed that.
I put a little purple mark on the map.
Yeah, there.
Oh, right.
Where were we actually heading to? I've forgotten.
Like here.
The cross.
It's somewhere the cross, you reckon?
Oh, okay.
I thought we were up here.
No, where?
No. Well, you're roughly there.
Okay.
So it's a bit more visible than the purple.
It was a huge mountain we've just climbed. Well,
Yeah.
yeah,
Are climbing. Yes.
climbing.
There you go. I hope that's a bit more visible there.
We sang, "The hills are alive with the sound of spell casting."
Something like that. Yes.
Can I ask a weird question?
You can. You
Is
may
there-
not get an answer. You can try.
Is there such a thing as you know the death whistles you get that make a weird screaming noise? Are those sort of things in Eberron?
Almost certainly. Yeah.
Okay, right. So next time we're in a town, I want to hunt some of those down.
Only if you guys help me find like something that can help boost my speed.
Yeah, it's probably something that probably something from the tribes of in Zendrick, or something from the Demon Wastes. Yeah,
Mainly
almost certainly.
because I want to attach some to arrows.
Oh God.
You're at that point where you're so good, you're now just trying to make things more difficult for yourself, aren't you?
I want screaming
One of
fire
those.
arrows.
Oh Christ Almighty! You're going to. You're
If
just.
I can put the fear of anything into the enemy before anything happens. Also,
Visions.
whilst I'm invisible.
Briefly.
Just got visions of that. You know the thing they created on Time Team once with that head.
Oh yeah, the Roman cavalry
Yeah.
dragon. Yeah. But again, it's exactly the same principles as the death whistles. It's basically these standards that you see in all
Oh.
the various carvings that looks like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
dragon. They found when they constructed it to get Napoleon start to ride, the wind makes this sort of
I
sort of
remember
noise.
seeing it.
Mm.
Oh God! This is why you should not let a bunch of neurodivergents play D&D. Sorry. Anyway,
Does
Tim,
that
back to
mean
the
that-
story.
Just that, does that mean Kaluma can have a baby yeti?
No.
No.
One just makes noise. The other will destroy an entire civilization.
No.
Plus, I called
It's
roll
right,
decree and all that.
What about if we put
Right.
death whistles on Thorin's axes? So when he's swinging,
Oh.
I thought you were going
No.
to go with how about putting death whistles on baby yetis and
No,
getting vague.
I got a better idea. Death whistles on Kaluma. So when they use as a glow stick, Kaluma's getting thrown around and you just hear the death whistle.
Clueless had another trap. Yeah.
Point to Kaluma that any time they do something stupid.
Kaluma getting hit by one of those swinging logs and just zooming past us as this death whistle whistles past.
I just think of like a really low version of the Wilhelm scream.
I think we've just found an excuse. I think we've just found an excuse to put the Wilhelm scream in the game.
Yes.
Damn it! I don't have a Wilhelm thing on my
Oh God!
on my soundboard.
Right, Millennia, could you make a survival check, please, to find the easiest route?
There's this
Forget.
scream.
That's. I've
That's a
actually
variant
got.
of it.
I've actually got one. I've actually got that as one of the sounds on the channel.
Yeah, I saw that.
Oh, what am I doing? Sorry.
Survival check, please.
Yeah. Leah EXE has stopped responding. Oh, fucking hell. Oh, no. It's a nat 1.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
Looks
so
like we're taking the quick route down.
not far off it. You could right. You're making your way up along the ridge and across the way, and suddenly, a large section of what looks like sort of plain snow gives way. Could everyone make a dexterity saving throw for me, please?
I thought I'd make you laugh with that pineapples, Leah. Dexterity, yeah?
Yes, please.
Yeah, as
Oh.
soon as I get
That's
into it, I
Uh,
will do the thing.
19 from me.
10. Wait, did we both say pineapples at the same time then?
Yeah,
Bob?
you did.
Yep.
Suddenly, pineapples.
Pineapple.
Also, if you haven't seen, the Badger video is back.
No.
Of course it is.
Did I show you that thing?
Who am I
Right, mine
waiting
should be
on?
coming through in a
Yeah.
moment. It just took a moment.
Okay. So R1 has failed.
Oh,
I think I've
Yay!
done a big fat fail as well.
Halfling
Yes,
supremacy.
When it all goes through,
here it comes.
go.
I think I just
Here it
massively
comes.
failed.
So R1 and Thorin fall into
I
a
just want to.
crevasse.
I just want to
This
imagine
guy-
if Thorin
Could-
fell and just hit Arwen, and then Arwen fell with Thorin.
Could I
Can I just
attempt to
Hey.
grab Thorin as he tumbles?
No, because that's where the deck saves are coming from,
Okay.
and you're
am I able to cast Feather Fall as I see them falling?
you can. I think it's a one person rather than area
Yeah.
effect.
It is.
No.
So you'll need to pick whoever you're going to save.
By Arwen.
Can I not do it twice?
Again?
I'll be fine.
Can I not do it with? Where is it? I think I can do something like Twinned or Meta Magic.
I was not 2, 5, 10, 15.
As they
when you
fall-
cast the spell as a range of 5 degree, you can spend soldier point to increase the range. You can cast a
I
spell
have
that
inspiration.
to make a saving throw. Oh, you've got inspiration. Let's try it again.
Can I? Is it too late to try again and not from?
So if you want to
my
use your inspiration point to try again, you absolutely
Yes.
Otherwise, I'm
And I
going
can
to
finally
gain,
use it.
can. Yeah, because otherwise they're falling 50 foot into a crevasse and taking 18 points of damage.
with this-
Natural 20. Woohoo!
Nice. So
Okay, so I just
Arwen's
need to,
inspiration is fine.
I'm just going to cast Featherfall on Thorin then.
Okay, brilliant. That's your reaction. Right. So Thorin, you find yourself tumbling head over foot, and then suddenly at the last minute, before you get dashed into the into the rocks at the bottom of this thing, and nearly almost buried on the snow that is still falling sort of on top of you, you sort of float and sort of are able to sort of dig yourself free with no great issues. So. Hey, at least you know that way's not the way forward. How are you rescuing Thorin?
Kalima will fly down and pick him up.
Okay, we'd like to make a
Oh,
quick
no.
select check, please.
Oh, this could go back.
Yeah, it's
whilst-
a crevasse, so there's not a lot of space.
While Kalima's doing that, can Arwen get rope out, please?
You can start to do that while Kaluma sort of. No, okay. So yeah, both at the bottom of the. Well, you're trying to lift him, but you're
How
unable
deep,
to.
how deep is it?
50 foot.
Right, I've got rope as well, so
We
Me.
can tie them up together and like have one big rope.
that's
Right, Kaluma, you're
probably-
you're able to get back up to top with no great problem.
So yeah, if we tie them together, so we can actually we've got leverage, so we can actually pull them
Great.
up.
Yeah.
Okay. Thorin, in that case, your choice of athletics or acrobatics with advantage
Okay.
to clamber back up.
Right, as soon as I can click back in. Oh,
Mhm.
internet's being slow again.
Is there like a tree or anything we could like anchor it round?
No.
Right.
You're way above the tree
I-
line.
Or
yeah.
like a rock, or like rock, like steady.
Yeah,
rock.
yeah. There's some steady rocks you can use.
Yeah.
to
So
sort of give yourself a bit.
why should you do that? Because you're more stronger. Arwen can take the last bit of the rope and tie it around the rocks.
Right, let's try that again.
It's tied around Arwen, and I was just holding onto this rock.
No, hell no. Arwen's tying it. He's not suicidal.
There we go. My roll should be coming through now.
If Arwen did that, would it wane his energy?
Yeah, do we get advantage because we got the rock helping us?
Lovely. Yeah.
There we go.
Just wane.
Joe.exe has caught up as like has suddenly.
That's how you know Joe's working on Windows 10. Joe's working on Internet Explorer. Joe, if you suddenly go, oh, have you heard about Area 51? Then I know. And the best thing is, that joke gets funnier every time you tell it about Internet Explorer.
Does anyone even use Internet Explorer anymore?
Yes, to download Chrome.
Yeah. A good 10, 15 minutes later, 10 minutes, let's say, Thorin, you are successfully levered out, hauled out, everyone working together to get you out of the out of the crevasse. Other than being covered in snow and ice and sort of a little bit confused, you have at least taken no damage. You know the Kerner's spell has saved you in that moment. So realizing that that is not the way forward, you sort of turn and sort of move in a slightly different direction, following the slightly more prominent sets of rocks that might be pointing out of the land, and moving up and into the clouds themselves. Moving forward, just taking a little bit of extra time and coming forth and moving, and sort of the sound begins to muffle as you sort of, you know, with everything around you. What kind of sort of order are you moving in? Who's leading? Who's following?
I'm gonna go first because supposedly Valenia is the survivalist.
Mm-hmm.
Arwen is right behind her just because of that first fumble. He does not want her doing that again.
I would say it was more Valenia going. Still a little bit early.
Kaluma's going to be stood at the back with their wings
Ready? Yeah.
forward in order to create like some form of sort of like umbrella for the short ones.
Okay.
Oh,
So Thorin around the middle of the.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Well, how short are you, Kerner?
you're 5 foot, aren't you?
5 foot something. That goes.
I think me and you are the tallest, Morgan.
Yeah, so Kaluma's just going to stand at the back and basically, you know, just stretch a wing out to be an umbrella.
I'm 5'9".
Oh, so you're not
Oh,
that
that's a-
short. I thought you were shorter than that.
No, I'm 5'9".
I just realized Arwen's a mother.
Okay, so Kaluma and Kerner can like walk next to each other. Kaluma can spread one wing up and over Kerner, and then have one wing covering the shorties.
I'm like, I kind of go, it's all right, just look after the shorties, I'm fine.
Okay.
Just
Meanwhile,
have
you have
it that we whisper that so Arwen doesn't hear.
Yeah.
Yeah, Arwen's not listening. You hear him going to Valen, like, now you better not get us lost again, young lady.
How old is Arwen?
Arwen, he is 63.
Oh, so he is older than Valenia.
I taken into account for halfling lifespans as well.
Yeah.
He's
So technically you're older than Valenia.
yeah.
The joy of half-orcs, they age at the same rate as humans.
Yeah.
We are a sub-century life species.
I feel so sorry for
Half-orcs are.
I feel so sorry for tavern owners. Like the amount of age races they have to keep like a tab on to like make sure of like their ID.
Big book.
Yeah, I think most just go, have they got money and can they spend it?
Yeah.
The pathway up, you think you might be sort of starting to make your way through it. Sort of about an hour or so of this kind of, if you've ever been up in the Scottish Highlands and in the dreaded Scotch mist where it does blend into the clouds, you've got a fair idea of the kind of conditions you're talking about here. Visibility is quite low, but at times it sort of wisps away and you sort of see the kind of the rocks, sort of the cliff faces falling away either side of you, or sometimes sort of flatter sort of structures, sort of as you're going off. But it's hard to tell because it's all snow and everything else like that.
Okay.
Absolutely. As you reach an area where it sort of starts to sort of lessen as a gradient, you do notice that there's sort of two qualities of clouds. There's the clouds and the mists that you're traveling through, which are generally light. They're not particularly turbulent. Cold, but it's that kind of clinging sort of dampness that sort of that kind of settles as you're walking through, just slightly quickly, and then up ahead of you, a really solid mass of cloud, and sort of rumbling noises, and then as you sort of kind of turn sort of a corner, sort of climb up the sort of next bit, and you're also kind of secured and come around, you see it. The landscape sort of is just sort of. You're aware there's more. There's more to more to climb, more to go. But you're kind of again you're following sort of the ridges. But a bit of a wider expanse of more generally sort of. Although it's sort of tilting, sort of the gradient is still upward. It's sort of a wider expanse. And two huge figures striding off that thick cloud onto the rock, touching down onto the ground right in front of you. They are there's one male, one female. They are lightly blue-skinned, dressed for the elements, sort of. Giant in every sense of the word. As they appear standing, looking out, and one calls out, says, "Oh, little ones! Ah, you've made it this far, then?"
You just hear a squeak from Valenia. She just goes, "Mummy."
Kaluma's going to stand really still and go, "They cannot see me."
Yeah, Armand's like just points.
They're dressed kind of casual. That's sort of they've stepped off the clouds and sort of down onto the rock and just moving down quite casually, not showing any sort of signs of aggression. Sort of
Farin,
just peering at you with that sort of.
Farin, this is your area of expertise.
Yeah, it's when I sort of like get brave and do that. Yeah, hi, I'm Lord Foreign Amberhammer. We're currently sort of like trying to deal with a bit of a troll issue.
Sort of. Can anyone here speak giant?
Oh, yes.
No.
Let me just check. I'm pretty sure I can.
Brian,
I don't think I
Fine.
can, but I will double check.
I can.
all right, okay, then
Okay. They sort of. The man says something to the woman. For those of you who can speak giant, him says, "Oh, he's braver than I thought he would be. Yeah, he might win your bet yet." And the woman sort of chats back again. To the rest of you, there's just these sort of loud, rumbling, sort of sounding like the crack of thunder in the rumble of thunder in the distance is how their voices sound. But she sort of says, give him credit for stepping up and talking. I'll give him that. Guy sort of leaves forward and says, "Well, yes, little, whatever you are. Well, nice to you're doing very well to have got this far. I noticed you had a bit of a tumble, earlier. Were you
Owen
all right?"
just turns to look at the lens.
I thought, yeah, I'm fine. I've had worse.
Valenia currently looks like a guilty cat. Like, nope.
Good. Well, I'm glad you weren't harmed. It would be a shame for such a fun little gambit as this to sort of be derailed by something so simple. Got coin resting on how well you do with the I mean, with what might be ahead of you. I just sort of thought we'd come sort of have a closer look before we sort of settle a wager or two, and sort of you can sort of see the woman kind of smirking slightly behind him. So what's the Thorin?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, and you know what? We've been watching for a while and we haven't picked up anyone's names. I suppose it might be interesting to sort of tell the tale later. Who else have we got here?
I'm like, okay, do you want to all introduce yourselves?
As Valenia's at the front, she just sort of goes, "Hi, Valenia. No surname, just Valenia. I'm a half orc. Right. The tumble would be my fault. Just got distracted early mornings and all that."
The woman smiles and said, you mortals, all sorry, you little ones, always have an entertaining time. We do enjoy watching some of these things. It's nice distractions sometimes from the routine and all that.
Kalima steps forward and goes, hi, I'm Kaluma. That is Caeluma. Argentum, that's Argentum. Yeah, as you can tell, tiefling.
Not seen one of you before, he says. Well, no.
I step forward, put out my clawed hand, trying to be really polite and go, hi, I'm Yakfukata Yavati.
Bless you.
I just look round and go, excuse me, what now?
My abbreviated name.
I just look and go, "We call them Kerner."
I elbow Valenia in the ribs. No, my name is Yakfukata.
I just do the whole you. Yeah, my reaction is just like, you wait, what now?
I just imagine we're like talking amongst ourselves. It's just, and it's like, you've got to say that at the wedding.
I'm like, nah. Like, she gets Kerner and just gonna like it.
Now, to give you an idea of scale of what you're talking to, they are each about 24 foot tall.
Okay, so 15 foot tall, you mean?
Mm-hmm. So they are having to bend down and sort of, the woman sort of is getting down onto her knees, sort of kneeling down to sort of be able to sort of peer and listen in to what you're saying.
Listen, I put out my clawed hand, and I'm like, it's polite to shake it when somebody puts out their hand. I keep being told manners is important. They maketh the person.
I'm like, oh, fuck's sake, Kerner.
They kind of look at each other and sort of a bit of a chuckle and sort of says,
Kaluma's gonna fly up to me to sort of like come face
she
to
sort
face
of
with the man.
reaches out a finger that is about the thickness of your arm.
And I shake it and go, pleasant to meet you. And your name is?
And she quietly sort of says something to side. Those who can speak start and say, they're so cute when they're this small, aren't they? Can I keep it?
Valenia just goes, "Yes, you can keep me."
Well, you're just having a yes, mummy moment.
Valenia is being very much the useless lesbian at the moment.
Well, I mean, you can see the illustrations on the map.
I kind of got two names then. Sorry, Owen. Oh, sorry, you haven't introduced yourself, have you? And I push Owen forward.
Arwen's just gonna
and
let.
they're really having to peer to sort of. What? I thought that was your pet.
Arwen's just gonna give it this like annoyed look, just like, I am not a pet. My name is Arwen Havenlead, a cleric of the Sovereign Host. Thank you much.
Good. I am whom? And the lady says, and I am Pask.
Ooh, and Hask.
Whom? I am whom?
H-U-M.
And the lady is Pask. P-A-A-S-K. Oh, well. You see, we've got a bet going. And, well, you're trying to cross the... Because you're heading in the direction of the We're sort of trying to get to the pass and trying to sort of pass over. And we've got a bet as to whether you can get through it or not. Or get through it without alerting what's in there. And they're watching you very carefully to see your reactions to what's going on.
We're on our way to an orgy.
Oh God.
Ask raises an elegant like that. Well, I wouldn't have thought that they'd be your type, but I suppose it takes all sorts.
Well, I've dancing hooves on, you see.
Ah,
And Forage just having that moment of just like, would it be worth just letting the entire of my land just go to hell?
Can I? Not related in the slightest, honest. Can I ask how high the cliff is?
What, to throw yourself off
Yes!
it or Kayluma?
Just throw myself off.
Yeah, I think Foreign's feeling like that. Just saying, you know what, my clan can fucking burn,
No,
right?
I
I'm
was just gonna
it.
like hold like the hem of Lenia's shirt.
from where you are, the depth from where you're standing down to that ice is about 150 foot.
I'll risk it.
Does
Kayluma's
Arwen just
gonna
need to get like one of those like you know those
The
baby
reins.
reins?
Yeah.
Kayluma's gonna walk up the floor and go, "Gee, partner."
No, I'm just no, not with you. That's weird. You're
Sorry.
lovely, but no.
Kaluma, do you know what an orgy is?
It's dancing.
I'm
Who's gonna tell them?
I'm
I'm gonna tell them.
I'm gonna look at the judge. We're so sorry. They sort of led a sheltered life.
Even more sheltered than mine.
They are desperately trying not to laugh.
Are you two orgy partners?
There's a quick glance between them. That's a description.
Ah. So who leads who?
We're getting a little off the topic, I feel. We have a bet going with someone it's not important. That you won't get past the trolls guarding the paths. I'm sure that you are great and mighty warriors, but while we're not supposed to help or cheat in any way with the resolution of things, they are somewhat busy at the moment. So we were offering us a counter wager of our own to you, that if perhaps you could win in a contest of strength, or possibly a contest of drinking, that we might actually assist you while they are distracted and win our bet. How's that sound?
Well, our best drinker is probably Arwen.
I mean,
No, but do we know about Arwen's drinking thing that doesn't get them drunk?
I know someone worked it out, but I don't know whether it's common knowledge.
And I'm just going to... All the time we've been in the hold, Arwen has drunk everybody else under the table. No contest.
well, I don't know about everyone.
Kayluma's gonna say, "I got drunk once I got wings, so I'm not doing that again."
Not risking it. Yeah.
Well, who brings out 2 large wine skins?
I'm seeing the North's inspiration here.
And says, if someone can finish their wineskin before I finish my wineskin, we could give you a quick lift.
Surely though,
Past.
that's a massive disadvantage given your height.
Oh, but you are strong and mighty, and I'm sure you'd be able to do it.
Is the wineskin like their sort of size, or is it like ours size?
Well, it's kind of there, it's sort of somewhere in the middle, really. It's not the biggest wineskin you've ever seen in your life. It's certainly bigger than a normal one.
Surely, given like for us, like something like that would take far longer for one person to drink than for you. It'd be a normal drink for your size.
Oh, this is the good stuff. We'd have a challenge as well. You know, this is a fair contest. Tell you what, if you've got a spare wineskin of your own, we'll top it up. How's that sound?
I think that's fair, Arwen, if you're up for the challenge.
Can you give us a moment to have a little group huddle to discuss options?
Or if you prefer to do strengths of feet, and if feats of strength, then maybe we can pick some rocks and see who can pick them. Pick and move them in turn. Sort of thinking like this.
Okay, if you want to take my stuff out, because I'm not going to have mine just yet.
Of course. Would you allow us to have a few moments to discuss?
By
which
all
one
means,
you
tell you what,
prefer?
we'll set a fire going, and we can be
Course,
civilized about
of
this.
course.
They kind
Thank you very much.
of stomp over here for you sort of see him pick out sort of his own sort of tinder and things like that. Sort of starts to build a small fire and starts sort of stacking rocks or sort of pushing on sort of various boulders and sort of shoving a number into place.
Just a question: would purify food or drink purify the wine into
No.
water?
No,
Bollocks.
It
no.
wouldn't.
Neutralised poison would.
As they walk away, Arwen's just gonna kind of hush everyone over, and when they start gathering, Arwen's gonna be in a hushed tone, be like, I don't really have a wineskin in my tankard that allows me to drink. It's just about the tankard. I don't have a wineskin that allows me to drink as well.
Okay. Let me just have a look at something. Say neutralise poison. I don't think it's into my spell list.
Casually there. They're sort of doing a.
Would it be better then for Thorin to do it?
Oh, I don't know. We just need to better.
Pass calls over. As an alternative, how about rather than draining a whole thing, we'd each take whoever can sort of down 4 quaffs. First to sort of quaff 4 times successfully, or even to take 4 quaffs without spilling a drop. I mean, either or. I'm sure we can come to something. If you're taking sort of from the same flask, you're taking.
And that's what
after each other. We can drink from the same one. We'll still take a deep draught each, one after the other, and the person who manages to sort of quaff and not spill any 4 times is the winner. How's that sound?
Out of character question, what's a quaff?
Big gulp.
What the hell should I go first?
So basically, roughly a mug's worth.
I think fine.
Basically, it's effectively the equivalent of downing a pint in one go.
IRL, I could do it. However,
Unfortunately, yeah, the truth.
Yeah.
I
sod
think
it,
foreign.
I'll go
Thorin,
first.
I think you should. I don't think they. The situation.
It's like, let's do it. What's the worst that can happen?
Hask slaps her hands delightedly. Oh, brilliant! To do something else, is sort of rumbling in their language. Those who speak German say, "See, I told you they'd go for mine, not pushing rocks over or anything quite so coarse. Stupid brother." Right. She sort of brings out the flask and says, "Sir, what we'll do is we'll take turns coughing, and the first one to successfully down therefore one after the other without sputtering or losing any. First to 4 wins the bet. If you win, we'll help you all past the trolls, the frost trolls, who are sort of living and guarding the pass. If you lose, what do you wager?
God, you're trusting me.
Oh,
You as a group or you individually? Life is all about the challenge, all about the gamble.
Oh,
What do you wager for passage past the trolls and to the other side of the mountain safely?
What do you need?
Make us an offer. What do you think? If he is unable to do it, what would be a suitable penalty? We're not talking death. We're not talking anything like that. It's something that is a reasonable stake to put up.
Kalima steps forward and goes, I offer up my powers.
Is
And
that within your gift to give away?
I kind of said, no, they don't. And I pull them back up and go, what about if I just offer the Winter's sword? Because Fenrir doesn't want to carry anymore. I can't need it. Arvin's too small. What about just give them the Winter's, giving them the Winter's sword?
I mean, okay.
Are we in agreement?
yes. Give the sword.
sounds good.
Yeah. Say I stand forward and go, we have the Winter's Eladrin's sword. Can I push it forward?
He says, "Oh, interesting toothpick." Well, I mean, it's a dagger in her her hand. Nice spiciness to it.
It basically, I go back and find my notes. So it is. When I find it,
I'm talking about the one from the one you just defeated earlier.
yes, yeah. So it's with
The Frostbrand.
Yeah, the frost brand. It's a
Can
frost
I-
brand,
Can I
and
help?
it's very, very rare.
Yeah, I'm listening. Go on.
Can I offer up the pipe of smoke monsters
Along.
alongside it?
Hey, Kalima found that specifically for you.
I understand, however, this is quite unusual for. I'm thinking for these. Do I know what rate? Do I know what type of giant they are?
Make a nature check.
Kalima got stoned looking for that.
Well, don't forget that this is only if we lose.
17.
You believe they are cloud giants.
So yeah, that stands because it's smoke, clouds, blah 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 blah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know that they have. They live extravagant lives high above the world. They don't usually show much concern for the plights of other races, except generally for amusement.
The fact that they've got involved to me is
Means
quite.
that- They are amongst their powers. They are able to turn into mist, create clouds of billowing fog, and they dwell in castles on high mountain peaks or on the solid clouds that once held their fiefs. These magic clouds are a lasting remnant of their lost empires. But yes, they are basically hedonistic gamblers and living sort of high above the world. And you've come up into their lands and they've been quite entertained by what they've seen so far.
The only reason I asked about like if I knew what they were is because I can speak giant, so it was that sort of.
Yeah, they are going very much with that kind of Norse background. Skjotunen
And
Okay.
in their own language.
yeah, that would it's alright.
24 feet high, 7.3 meters in metric. Averaging roughly 11,000 pounds in weight. About 5 tons in terms of in metric. But handsome, well-defined features, sort of light sky blue skin, hair is silvery, the eyes are the iridescent blue. Absolutely glorious. Little pipe and a dagger. Okay. I'd say for the scale of what we're offering, I'd say that's fair. There's your steak. So, do you want to flip a coin for who goes first?
Let's do it.
Okay. So I will roll that. So let's start 1d2. Basically, pick a number, 1 or 2.
Oh, 2.
Okay. If a 2 comes up, you get the choice of calling first or second.
Okay.
She wins the toss. Says, "I'll start." And
Okay.
takes a big old slug. Let me just. I run the encounter. So we can get her stats up. There we go. And rolls a. I think it's a con check. Yes, con check. We're going to base this on. So here's where she rolls a 1. Yeah, slugs that down. Look. Delicious. Hands it to you.
Okay.
Constitution check. This round is a DC of 10. You shouldn't have any problem with that.
So literally just
Basically,
Constitution.
yeah. The DC is Constitution save. The DCs are going to go up each time.
Right, so which one am I doing? Like a constitutional Constitution save?
Save.
Constitution save.
Right, okay, I thought I'd better check before I clicked on anything.
Yeah.
We're all sat there, kind of willing.
Chug. Oh yes. 28. That'll do it.
That's when I'll take a little good slug and I'll just do the at the spot. You'll go.
Oh, big grin on her face. Oh, mighty appetite for one so small. Wonderful. Again. Downs.
That's probably going to be my one good roll, and that's going to be it.
Take her second. You take your second slug. This time your DC is 15.
Oh.
Lovely. Yes.
So that hold is like.
I'm here holding my breath going, God.
How do you think I fucking feel?
You go, please don't fail, please don't fail, please don't
I mean,
fail.
at least you're not gambling your house this time.
Shut up. Why do you
What's
think
the-
I was doing the whole, like, sort of like, oh, when it was like, right, put a steak up, I was thinking, oh, fuck.
At least we're not going to end up with a baby this time.
Yeah. This time, Hask takes the swig. Whoa! And chokes. Is unable to do the third.
Right.
So you've got a chance to get ahead here now. Your DC is 20.
Oh. Come on, Thorin.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, shit.
And you heard.
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, she sort of grins, absolutely grins, and has another go. Still going for the 20. Oh, again, she fails. Her husband, her brother is looking absolute disbelief. Good grief, woman. Okay, go
Wait,
for it.
her husband, brother. Is this Texas?
No, brother. I used the one.
Oh.
Oh,
No.
no, you can't make it. Your target is 25 for this fist. For this,
Holy
so
fuck.
you failed.
I knew I
She
was
hasn't-
pushing my luck.
She has another go.
Were there any rules that they said that we weren't about us helping at all?
Oh.
Nothing to be said.
Arwen's gonna cast Bless.
Are you doing it so? If you're doing it, if you're doing it blatantly, then they'll have words. But if you want
Arwen's going to. I want to try and cast it subtly.
okay, sleight of hand check. Oh, she is rolling awfully. She has failed again.
That's a 10.
Oh dear. No, so Hoon sort of spots you and just sort of nudges you and sort of breaks the spell. No. Honest test of honest gamble going on here. Okay, Thorin, go for it. 25.
I
Dead on
tried.
what you needed. You sort of
Spot on.
psych yourself up and take that fourth quaff, and this time goes down, barely touching the sides. Oh,
I
you're
kinda have
definitely
that
feeling it.
I kind of have that moment of like Frodif.
You are things are definitely swimming for you. You are very, very drunk.
It's the whole just like looking at the sort of giants being like, why is there like 8 of you?
Yeah. Because you've saved on your Constitution saves basically each time, you aren't having any negative effect, but you've definitely got that blurriness around the edges and that sort of very much deep in the cups. But she applauds as much as the other guy does. Says, well done, that's fantastic. Who says anyone else want to have a go?
It's quite all right.
No stakes to it. Literally, I just want to have a go.
I just walk forward and go, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, Kalima's going to step forward.
Okay, anyone else?
Because I'm going to take out my ration pack,
Yeah.
which has got some like jerky and stuff in, and just hand it to Thorin to try and sober it
Okay.
up a bit.
And I'm like,
Would you
thanks.
Ask
Would
makes
you
a bit of a show of being disappointed, but good grace, a good yeah, well done. It's just I don't know what. I usually love this competition. It's just not my day. He says.
Would you allow
Right.
use of tankard at all, or if not, I'll just sit this out.
You know what? Yeah, okay. We can square that. If you want to join in as well, absolutely not a problem at all.
Arwen's gonna get his out.
That's what I'm sort of maybe I'm
you
propped
might.
against the rock with the jerky going, best of luck, and I mean that very, very sincerely.
I just imagine Thorin being like you know when you're drunk and you get that kebab.
Yeah, that's
yeah.
basically me, like propped against the wall by the
Very much
rock.
so.
Like,
There
woo.
are water so I can render it free of poison.
That would do it. However, it's kind of going against the spirit of things, and they would notice. Plus, you'd be ruining the wine.
As everybody's talking, I just take the skin and just knock back.
Do it.
Go for it. DC 10.
21.
Yeah, no worries. You're down there. Arwen, because you're using your mug, I will allow you to take advantage on your Constitution saves
Sweet.
because it's still the volume that you're taking down quickly.
Yeah.
So-
So advantage, roll with. Oh, sweet. Roll.
Does Kalima
19.
get disadvantage if Kalima doesn't drink?
No, I'm going to be kind. Okay, so Ray is 1. Arm's got 1.
Oh.
Kaluma, because you don't drink, sort of don't get yourself into the rhythm of it. And then let's see what Boom manages. Where's he gone? Yeah, whom, yeah, sort of pick, sort of grabs it and sort of takes a big deep draft, no problem. Okay, Valenia, you're next. DC now is 15.
Okay. $15.
You have a nervous moment where you want to hiccup halfway through, and you sort of force it down. You get a bit of heartburn, sort of forcing it down, forcing it through. But yeah, you're managing. Well done, Arwen. Go for it.
Yep, advance.
This Pask tops your palate. Yeah, absolutely no problem there. Arwen sort of knocks it back. Here's the thing: although Arwen has been using this, he's still been having to consume the quantities of alcohol. So actually, his quaffing game is quite strong. Glimmer.
I worry that at this point, Aaron is more
15.
alcohol than
No,
halfling.
still over 10 for you. Yeah.
But technically, he's fine.
Oh dear.
Oh God!
Kaluma
Glimmer.
just coughs. No, okay. Whom? Then another go.
Hang on, so with the tank of sobriety, is Arwen technically an alcoholic?
At this point, probably.
Like, technically, he just can't get drunk with it. So, but he's still consuming tons of alcohol. Is Arwen technically an alcoholic?
In terms of the habit forming aspects of it, there might be a conversation to be had, but not in terms of the physiological side of it.
But then
This
we've
is the
been
problem of debating with someone who's actually a drug and alcohol counselor trained. So who? No, he fails. He sort of hiccups halfway through his and sort of spills some. And is like, oh god damn, Felenia. This time your DC is 20.
no.
Okay. Arwen.
I feel like this should be a book title: "Getting Drunk with Giants."
No, that's an 18.
No. Arwen falls on that attempt. Kaluma.
10.
Kaluma is going to be very complicated.
Oh, Jesus
God.
Christ!
God!
Oh, poor Kaluma.
You're wearing more of the wine than the.
You know what? I'm so glad I'm the one that offered to take the actual bet.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have even been able to make that last check anyway, even with the advantage.
Yeah.
My constitution's a +2. The highest I'd get is 22.
Oh god, whom is just a total lightweight. He is, this is obviously why Pask took the bet. I think as much as anything else, you all sort of started to giggle and chat away, and sort of Pask is sort of bringing out some sort of fruit and grapes the size of melons. No, more the size of oranges. Yeah, grapes the size of oranges. Sort of brings those out and sort of all sorts of fruits and sort of light meats. And sort of just got a thing down to say, help yourself. We might as well enjoy the.
Valenia grabs.
We'll take our afternoon in the past while we're doing this.
Valenia grabs one, looks at Pask, trying to be seductive, but she basically resembles that scene from The Hobbit, from Lord of the Rings, with the she just looks really sort of disgusting.
I was going to take one that could just go smooth.
And then there's me like, oh, food, yeah, good idea.
Lenia, make that check. You're still looking for the 20.
10.
Oh,
For
20.
Lenia, 20.
Oh, for fuck's sake! That was on a That was on a 16, and then it just toppled over.
Arwen,
You
are
really
also on
are
the
being
20.
Felenia,
Yeah.
you really are being a useless lesbian, aren't you?
You really are. That's 19.
Oh, nearly. So close.
Almost.
I'm still on the 10.
Go for it.
Yeah!
Kaluma, you managed your first drink.
Kaluma down. Kaluma downs. Whom? Come on, you can do it. You can do it, Whom.
Thing is, even though you're not making the roll, you're still consuming alcohol because it's without.
Yeah. Yeah, Whom has managed to get his second one down. Looking at it, Thorin has a higher constitution, I think, or at least has more bonuses because I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, Thorin's is +5.
Yeah, I think mine was. Yeah,
No, I
I'll
think
click it
Forest
back
is
on.
+10,
No.
isn't it?
Yeah, Thorin's got +10.
Oh,
so-
+10. Oh, it is +10.
Yeah, on my saves, yeah. On my
Yeah.
regular constitution, it's like I'm a 20 with a +5.
Yeah,
Yeah, I've got a +6 on mine.
yeah,
Well, my constitution save is only.
yeah.
So, yeah, so when the-
I've just been rolling their straightforward cons. I haven't been rolling their save, but never mind.
Oh! I've been doing
So
That's
yeah,
okay.
with me, it's like if I get good rolls with my Constitution or saves, it's like I get bloody
Mhm.
good rolls out of it.
Okay, Valenia,
20 I'm aiming for,
Time
isn't it?
you're aiming for 20.
23.
Yay!
Nice.
Hey!
You redeem yourself this time, don't you? It's like, oh. Yeah, stomach is definitely. You're very aware of just how much you're drinking at the moment.
I can't succeed the 25. There's no. Because I've only got a +4, so.
Arwen,
Yeah, I will certainly try. Come on, 20. 20 on the dot.
Oh, like me
nice.
with my last roll.
Okay, Kaluma, you're looking for 15.
Oh,
Oh,
Oh, Kaluma.
And Kayluma goes face first into the snow.
like I said, I think, yes, Kaluma, you now have a level of exhaustion. I think it's probably a fair thing for three fails. Let's do him on. Okay, whom has got his third down? Felenia.
Okay. Well, I can't make the 25. I'm still going to roll it.
Do it anyway for the lols.
What if I roll a nat 20?
See how you go.
I'm not going to roll a nat 20. Nope!
Nope. Okay, yeah, you now have a level of exhaustion. Arwen, do you want to give it a go?
By the end of this,
well,
I'm going to be the only one vaguely sober.
Arwen's got the tank of sobriety. No matter how much, I'll just feel extremely bloated.
Yeah.
Well, I won't be able to make it, but I'm gonna roll it anyway. Since, yeah, Arwen
Go
doesn't
on.
want to be. He doesn't want to be the spoil sport. That is a natural 20. That's 22 is the highest I can go with a nat 20.
Nice.
I can't make 25 though.
Yeah, you I think it's that thing of you with an at 20, you've managed to keep it down, but it's that sort of you've definitely had enough.
Yeah, Arwen is going to.
I
Drop out.
won't apply an exhaustion.
gonna try again.
Go on then. One last go.
Hey!
Yeah, nicely. So Kluma's catching up. Do who?
Kalima is now very aware that just Kalima should not have done this.
Kalima is questioning their life choices.
And whom completes the fourth with a 25. Oh, burps broadly and goes, oh, well met, well played. You know what? A deal is a deal. You've done well. The little ones, you've done incredibly well. You know what? You've played the game. We'll take your past and a little something to sweeten the pot. And he takes a gold arm bracelet off. Says, use this to buy yourself some drinks you're used to when you're back in your own realms. He hands it over to Kaluma.
Kalima's gonna pick it. Kalima's gonna
You could wear it as a belt.
Kalima's going to sort of like grab it with both hands, and because they're that drunk, it just falls on them.
Gold arm bracelet. It's worth 100 gold.
I
Nice.
look at Party. If you find yourself in Amberhammer territory, come and see me. I would like to take you for a drink. She's so incredibly drunk right now.
Make a persuasion roll.
Oh God.
If Valenia somehow blags this.
Nope.
Oh,
No.
Oh.
That would
You-
have been the.
That's what you think you say. It just comes out as like you.
Isn't that stated when I fell into your ex's
Pretty much.
when
Yeah.
I love your boyfriend?
Kaluma's going to stand up very wobbly, sort of like make their way over to him and go, you thank thank you. And then Kaluma's going to try and fly up onto his shoulder.
Oh, no. Drink flying.
jeez.
Never drink.
Yeah.
Don't drink and fly.
Yeah, so, yeah, he's sort of. He's got a. He probably a little. He's 24. You're probably a little substantial to actually perch on his shoulder, but he does sort of put out an arm out for you to kind of sit on and.
I imagine it being a bit like when Shrieken sits on you now.
Not quite. It's more like when a toddler comes and sits on your arm. It's that sort of disparity of sizes we're talking. So maybe a 2-year-old, and you kind of scoop them up and sort of just have them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So like, well, not even 2. Maybe sort of, a babe with So yeah,
He's got me covered up like a baby.
basically.
Kaluma's going to be like, oh, you're really comfortable. And so like Kaluma's literally just going to reach up and sort of like pat its face and go, oh, you got a very nice face.
He chuckles or asking him sort of something on you that sort of slightly bemused look on his face, but he sort of says, "Oh, we'll come back for that."
That was
Right.
quite nice.
Okay.
Wine. What was the ingredients in that?
So of the wine or the food?
Yes, the wine.
Grapes. Lots of them.
Yes.
Outcome of frolic grapes.
Grapes and sugar.
Yes. Ah, come from our cloud, from our sky vineyards. Yeah, there's one of our favorite. In fact, from these very grapes that you've been eating.
It's quite flavourful.
If you want to pack a couple to put in your bags for later, feel free.
Valenia just has it down her face.
I was going to
Yeah.
get a rag out of his bag and just. Can I get Valenia to kneel and he's going to wipe her face? You know, like a mother does to a toddler.
Yeah,
Thing is,
yeah.
Valenia eats like a half orc eats. She's not,
Yeah.
her dad is an orc. She's used to just like
Yeah.
literally just grabbing bits of meat and just ripping it
Yeah,
apart.
Yeah, I was just gonna
you're
clean her face with
wearing
a
the
rag.
food,
He's just
wearing
cleaning her
your
with a
juice on the
rag.
face. Yeah, literally wet with juice, and just there you go.
Before we move off, kind of just goes, anything else we maybe should be aware of if you're feeling generous?
Well, we don't quite know where you're off to or anything else like that, but we can at least get you past these things. You're big and brave. I'm sure you'll be fine. We'll be watching with interest. Right. So we've got one here. You and he points down to Arwen. Let's see. I could probably if I can bring you up on this arm with the feathered one here. I can carry you on that arm. There you go. So
Kaluma right here in the feather one. Kaluma's going to have a bit. I am Kaluma, a gentleman.
okay, and I reckon you scaly one, I can probably catch you. Grab you here. You're on this arm.
I jump up.
Okay, I see. So we've kind of got you all scooped up, like sort of holding you in the warmth of his chest, sort of through his jerkin.
Valenia walks up to
You can hear the heartbeat gently.
Valenia walks up to Pass and goes, "Uppies."
And I just do the whole,
So-
oh, for goodness sake.
Task says to the victor the spoils, and she offers you her arm to sort of clamber onto Thorin, and then she kind of
Yep.
scoops Valenia up and sort of again probably actually that kind of tiger in a tree where Valenia is sort of basically lying down along her forearm, the head sort of in the crux of the elbow, and you literally your
Yep.
arms and legs dangling off the
Valenia
side.
is very happy right now.
Wait, is Valenia happy or are you happy?
Yes.
Yes.
Kaluma has fallen asleep.
And they turn and say, right. They mumble to each other in the language in the language of giants, sort of the lines of the quick exchange, basically sort of debating where's the best place to sort of to take you to. And they sort of so you don't recognise the names, but they're using their own references to different places. So, great. And they step up onto the clouds and keep walking on the clouds, through the clouds, up onto the top of the clouds. And above you, the sky is bright and blue. You're above the weather. The warmth from their bodies keeps you warm. And you can see the peaks of the mountains sort of ahead of you through the clouds. And they walk casually across the clouds, chatting away, laughing with you. About the wine, says, yeah, we may well have to look at this hold at some point. I don't think we've ever looked at it. Wandered on through, and you can see ahead of you where you would have been. Not quite to the peak, but you see sort of like a cleft in the in the mountains, and Elenia's too drunk. Kerner, could you make a perception check, please? Likewise, Thorin and Arwen.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can do. Perception.
Yes,
Yes.
please.
As soon as everything loads in, I will.
That's an 18.
Yeah.
15.
Okay.
Right, I'll be there just a moment. There we go, found it.
God, I love my mug. I love my tankard.
Right, should be through any minute. Oh, apparently I'm quite perceptive today, considering.
Fair enough.
Maybe alcohol
Also-
just makes you more perceptive.
Or at least it's hyper focused. Maybe that's the best description. So they're walking around to give a thing, but on the distance, sort of, you can see on the rocks above and around this kind of crevasse, you can see what looks like maybe half a dozen of the frost trolls. Remember there's that one that you met that you fought along with the venom
no.
troll. You see, there's a good at least 6 that you see, sort of just quietly, just there and sort of milling around and moving around, sort of in and around the ravine. At that point, they kind of look across and they sort of shy away from the sort of from the giants, as the giants just literally walk across the top of the clouds. And a journey that could well have taken you hours to make your way up the ridges and the various sort of folds and things like that is accomplished in maybe half an hour or two, because they're walking literally in a straight line. And before you know it, they are walking you across the tops of the mountain, across the clouds, and you see below you again this vertiginous drop down and on the lee side of the mountains, and sort of various sort of alternative valleys and waterways and rivers and things. And you can see them sort of dancing, and for those of you who are still awake and haven't fallen asleep, and it's actually quite gentle, sort of ambling sort of way. And then they sort of, Pask's foot begins to sort of descend into the cloud, and they begin to walk down through the cloud, and down and deeper through into the depths of the mists. And they bring you out just below the cloud levels. So it's sort of more mist, Scotch mist, but so the cloud's actually definitively above you, onto a small plateau. Just a quick glance, you can sort of see various, sensible places that you can rest up and strike camp. And they sort of set their feet touching the ground once more, walking you over, and then they kind of gently set you down one at a time. So Arwen, you're able to get down, Kerner's able to get down, Thorin, absolutely no problem. Kaluma, they sort of is probably still fast asleep, so they sort of just gently, he sort of like putting a baby down gently, sort of puts you down on the ground next to
Kaluma's going to cry.
Oh,
Going to do full-on baby crying in their sleep. Going,
oh, it's sweet. Can we keep it? No, you can't keep it.
Weirdly, that is terrifying.
And
In-
and Valenia has sort of strokes your hair gently, sort of in that sort of gentle way, while she tries to find you somewhere down where you're not going to fall off the edge of the cliff, and then sort of deposit you sort of half sat, half sort of slumped against a rock, just as I suppose sort of probably Thorin or Kern are sort of just sort of setting up a campfire or something, and pats you lightly with sort of just tip of a finger and says, "They're cute, aren't they, when they're that size?"
Kaluma's gonna roll over, sort of like curl up with one of their wings and do a humongous fart.
Right, we better be going before before Mordlickel comes back. Yeah, okay. Right. Well, lovely to meet you. Stay safe, you adventurers. But yeah, we shall watch with interest. And they step back up into the clouds, up into the sky. You are now on the north side of the mountains, and you think probably you're not that far from where the trolls lie.
Nice.
And that's where we'll pick it up next week. So, thank you, everyone. 5:30. We've had a good sort of good session through. You're all safe. You are all very well fed and watered. And on that note, I shall pass you your channel back, Leah.
Thank
All
you,
yours.
Tim. Yes, thank you, everybody. It's those that are going to be watching on repeat back and all the rest of it. Sorry, my back. This chair is not good. My back is killing me.
As I said, you need a new chair.
Yeah. Oh, the other ones are like almost like a bloody 45-degree angle. Yes, thank you, everybody. We will be back later in the week. Sorry, my headache has really started to kick in. Yeah, be back later in the week. Be back Friday, definitely for sure, for Destiny. More shooties. Moon, what day are you streaming this week? Do you know yet?
I have no idea whatsoever.
You haven't had your rota for this week yet, then?
So the rota comes on Saturdays. They have not added me to the WhatsApp group for the workplace yet.
Oh shit.
So I have no idea. So I suppose the manager's going to call me if I'm going to be working. I don't know.
Oh god.
I might have to pop in tomorrow to see.
Yeah,
what
I would.
That sounds sensible. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think anybody else is streaming this week. Everybody's at work
Yeah,
and or
so
doing
if
other
I'm-
stuff.
If I'm not working tomorrow, I'll probably stream on Monday. If I'm not, I'll stream whatever day that I'm off.
So in that case, thank you everybody for joining us. Take your meds,
Thank you.
stay hydrated, get some sleep. Good night, everybody.
Ciao.
Bye.